was a whoa, fam, Sunday. And you know, weeks from now, months from now, we're going to be sitting around watching. Oh, we didn't know it was going to be this good, though. It's in the first quarter, the 49ers have already put up 21 points. Are you serious? Oh, it's going to be better than we thought. Dream. I ain't gonna stop it either, man. You know what? Because I've been trying to listen to the reality boys are coming to get you. They call it reality. The pessimists, they never go away. The anti-Homer League, they're all over me all the time, right? Man, come on, man. They've not proven anything yet. Had it, dude. I spotlighted Nate Burleson, right? Nate Burleson sitting up there playing the Homer role. And I love when he looks at the camera. Man, 49er fans all confused, man. They think I be hating them. I ain't hating them. They ain't did nothing last year. Okay, Nate. But then you go on to homer your ass off with the Hawks. And granted, the Hawks did do some good things last year. And you know what? I'm going to go over that right now. In fact, let us begin. Good Morning Football's Kay Adams suggested promoting the idea the Niners have the firepower to upend the defending division and NFC champion Los Angeles Rams this season. Oh, why did she do that with a guy like me watching? I ate it up. I took it hook, line, and sinker. I'm Kay. I love you, girl. You're so right. It's time to stop acting like them teams is all that. They're not. I mean, you know what? Here, there's a lot of X factors, of course. Most of the 49ers' chances will depend on the health and performance abilities of Jimmy G, whose 2018 ACL tear poured water on any chance 49ers postseason run. We know about that. But we know about that because that is what happened. That's what happened. No, we didn't suck. Our team was lacking people. All right? 49ers have about as deep a running back core as there is in the league right now, and spent effort reinforcing the wide receivers room as well. Now, defensively, GM John Lynch invested stock in edge rushers, D Ford and Nick Bosa, which should greatly improve the pass rush. I mean, did we have pass rushers last year? No. I mean, that right there, when we're talking about legitimate pass rushers. No, hopefully they can hopefully they can handle it. They can handle it. And probably do it well, too. Jimmy G's 5-game win streak to close 2017 with a far less impressive supporting cast that year hasn't been forgotten among many analysts and the like. See, this is another thing I can't get over. Boy, if Jimmy G, and there are those that are questioning Jimmy G, these kind of things are always going to occur. There are those that think Jimmy G's first 3 games last year trying to learn the system, along with the rest of his teammates, trying to moisturize, develop chemistry. They think that's it. They think that's the best the 49ers can do. Oh. So anyway, as I say, the real Jimmy G was in 2017. That's what he can do when he's capable of doing what he does and with less talent. Now he'll have a lot more talent. I doubt very seriously whether they can be struggling with that offense this year. So Jimmy just has, as I said, many analysts haven't gotten over 2017. Jimmy G has just 10 pro-level starts under his belt, but he has already flashed traits of being a true franchise-changing signal caller. Now, that's been the good news almost immediately when he got off the plane at SFO out of Boston. Dude came into that game for CJ that year and commenced to whooping on the Hawks as if to say, these guys have been giving you trouble? Damn, Jimmy! That's all I can do. You went out there and did that in less than a minute. And we've been trying to do that for years. We ain't never had a wide receiver catch a touchdown on the Hawks. Man. But how does all that translate into winning the NFC West? Now, that is a question everybody's going to ask. And they got a legitimate right to ask that question, too. Let's further examine that aspect. Forget the Niners' 2019 schedule for a bit here. Instead, focus on 3 division rivals. That's 6 games right there that will play the biggest part of how well the Niners do this season anyway. Cardinals are restarting the rebuild process after a one-and-done year under 2018 head coach Steve Wilks. It was unfair, it was sad, and Steve, you got shafted. That was wrong on a lot of levels. But it is what it is. Now, the Cards will most likely finish with a slightly better record than last year, allowing first-year head coach Cliff Kingsbury to put an initial stamp on his things. Cards have a solid defense already. We know that. C.J. Beathard knows that more than anybody on the team. They will be tough in the future, no doubt about that. You can see this coming. I mean, I ain't no point in lying, man. Kyler Murray is, that boy's go. Anyway, but the real competition for the 49ers within the division and remains with the Rams and Hawks. Seattle has to be taken seriously, of course. After what looked like a team that was pretty much on rebuild mode for the 2018 season, which in many ways reminded you of what the 49ers went through back in 2015 when everybody left the 49ers for dead, right? So you look at the Hawks, same thing. What the WTF? So they went, the SOBs finished 10-6, led the league in rushing and even secured a playoff berth. Says a lot for Pete Carroll. I've already developed a lot of respect for Russ. As bad as I didn't want to, but his little. Anyway, Pete Carroll is back. Pete Carroll's back. Dude, you know what? Pete Carroll's a good coach. All right. So much for Daniel. The Hawks have also endured some losses during this offseason, including trading away edge Frank Clark, and often extremely injured and now retired wide receiver Doug Baldwin, who no longer has a locker at the Hawks facility. The Hawks are putting their hopes on an incoming class of rookies. Who's this sound familiar like? You know what I'm saying? Includes my dude, wide receiver DK Metcalf. They hope he can make up the Baldwin difference. No reason to be mad at him for that. I'm not, you know. But that isn't necessarily going to be an automatic thing. DK, you know, they brought in another premier dude a while back from Nolans. And all of a sudden, that didn't work. You know what? Well, this is a different thing, though. DK's a rookie, and he'll probably have a little more juice. And like I said, like last season, and I know Seattle looked down and it out as well, but back-to-back years of this guy, the roster bleeding. Man, come on, man. The Magic's got in. How many more tricks is Seattle going to pull? You cannot lose all your players and keep coming back with a new bunch of rookies and kick butt. They did have a great running game last year. You know what? The Hawks, that's just too much bleeding. I do not believe it for a minute. I got to see it to believe it. The Hawks can lose all that personnel and come back and still kick butt. I will, from now on, I'll kowtow to them. I'll bow. I'll say everything you need to say to respect them. But if that, all as I said, that scenarios, all those good scenarios for us are the Hawks suck as far as personnel-wise. And here's the thing, fam. No matter what, if you look at both the 49ers roster versus the Hawks roster, it will not indicate any Hawks superiority. That's not the case this year. It has been in the past, but I'm sorry, it is not the case this year. The same should be said for the Rams, who could be due for a Super Bowl hangover after hanging a 3-point pathetic loss in the Super Bowl against the Patriots last February. That was sorry. And where's Rudy? How come his loud talking butt ain't it? Boy, he knows. Don't come around here, Rudy. It's anyone's guess, though, how that sorry waste of time, boring-ass whooping will affect the Rams. Remember, L.A. was in a win-now mode before they finished building the new house. We got to win now before they finish building our new house. It failed. A number of key contributors, safety LaMarcus Joyner, defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh, and offensive guard Roger Saffold, are no longer in the picture. Now, that has to be taken seriously, fam, because if those players were sitting on the bench and had nothing to do with the Rams' success, we could say, fine, no big deal, but you know that is not the case. But let's get down to the base level of McVay's squad, the offense. Late in the year, this unit suffered a notable drop-off in production following running back Todd Gurley's knee injury, which was a little more serious than people thought. Jared Goff, apparently he needs play action to be effective, and it's no surprise that his passer rating dipped down late in the year, kind of simultaneously with Gurley's knee. He still had C.J. Anderson doing a better job, but apparently Gurley means more to that team than anybody even mentioned. And I always thought that Gurley was the team, much like Marshawn Lynch used to be with the Seattle Seahawks. And you say the two final games against both the Cardinals and the 49ers struggling defenses, the Rams was already starting their downward. I mean, that slope was getting. I mean, it was like here, and it just kept on going. They almost fell off a cliff toward the end. All right. So Gurley still dealing with a knee injury, which plagued him late last season, and according to reports, he's not going to be the bell cow of the Rams offense any longer this year. And how much his impact affects Goff and McVay's offense is yet to be determined. That, of course, is always the case. We didn't see the Hawks coming last year. But come on now. Come on. Hey, even the biggest, the Patriots weren't the only team to figure out how to frustrate Goff and the Rams offense. You could clearly see it in Goff's dazed, bewildered, and confused look all during that game. If the 49ers defense winds up being improved as much as it's hoped to, this unit will be next in line to handle what LA can do. And ain't nobody can be able to smell what they cooking, because it's going to be poured water on it. 49ers can need help for the rest of both the Seahawks and the Rams opponents, too. All told, the Niners could wind up winning the division after all. I say that with no shame at all. You look at what the 49ers firepower is, you look at the X factor. Kyle Shanahan, he's not like everyday human individuals, man. This dude, if you were going to put a mutant label on somebody, it'd have to be Kyle Shanahan. The man is a freak when it comes to this game of football, right? They'll have to live up to those expectations, though, and try to stay. Stop populating the IR. We have to stop overpopulating the IR. This has got to be the season, man. You know, all the bad luck in the world cannot just permanently move into Levi Stadium. It's somebody else's turn to entertain that miserable setup, man. I'm telling you right now, man. But, you know, when you look at that right now, 49ers already got too many people sitting around hurt now. It kind of... Man, okay, you know what? But that's the thing. We don't need to assume the Rams and the Hawks are dominant this year. And after 2-year contract extension for left tackle Joe Staley was announced this week, John Lynch said that maintaining continuity with the 12-year starter made too much sense for the team to consider moving on without him. Staley, by the way, is the only member of the line locked up for a while. Left guard Laken Thompson and right guard Mike Person also signed through 2021. While Weston Richburg is under contract until 2022. Right tackle Mike McGlinchey, as you already know, has a rookie deal. Comes with an option for 2022. The 49ers, Mike ain't going to get no new money until about 23 anyway. So a group that came together last year is set to remain in place for a while. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know. But Joe Staley explains why this is true, that if they stay together, an offensive line that stays together hurts people together. It's going to be, this is Joe quote, it's going to be really cool because it's rare to have an offensive line potentially be able to stay together for a really long time, especially in this day and age. Going to the second year, we feel so much more connection with each other. There's the bottom line right there. They become one. Instead of moving individually and trying to take care of each other's job, they become one massive, especially in the run game. Oh, man. It's all about health, that offensive line, which is always a problem. Stability on the offensive line is not going to lift the 49ers back into contention by itself. And many teams have already proven that, but matching it with better health, and there's that word health again, at key positions would push the offense in the right direction. Finally, one more note before we get you in here and see what you got to say. Gil Brandt, a senior analyst for NFL.com, recently projected the top 5 wide receivers for the upcoming season. While no 49er player made his main list, he did, however, were listed receivers who should, however, be in the discussion or in the conversation. Brandt did project that Samuel and Hurd would combine for 1,000 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns during their rookie campaigns. We need to see what they look like. You can tongue-in-cheek on that for right now, but Brandt projects Samuel will have 35 catches, 440 yards, 3 TDs. Hurd will have 40 catches. This is what perplexes me. Is Hurd believed to be the bigger weapon next to Samuel? 40 catches for Hurd, 560 yards with 4 TDs. He's going to up Samuel by a little bit here and there. Does that surprise you, Willie? This is just one expert's opinion, though. All right. Brandt wrote, Hurd, who converted from running back well into his college career, can be one of the surprises of this draft. He's a big and fast player who gained 1,285 yards on the ground in 2015 before leaving Tennessee for Baylor as part of his plan to switch positions. Samuel enters the NFL as a more advanced receiver than Hurd, having caught 148 passes for 2,076 yards. That's a friggin' 14 yard per catch average. in 4 seasons in South Carolina. Samuel and Hurd's numbers are respectable considering head coach Kyle Shanahan, who also handles the play calling duties for the 49ers, likes to spread that ball around. Brandt also notes that over the past 10 seasons, only 7 rookie receivers have eclipsed 1,000 receiving yards in their first NFL season. None on his list are projected to do so this season. None surpassed 700 projected receiving yards, and only 3 had more than 500. Only 2 rookie receivers surpassed the 4 touchdowns projected for Jalen Hurd. Does Gil Brandt know something we don't know? You know, he was in the NFL for a while and one of the main men, I believe, in Dallas. I like these projections, and I like to see more of Jalen Hurd. I've watched his film. I've seen what he can do. I don't know, fam. If you had to pick between Jalen Hurd and Deebo, who is going to have the biggest year? And are the 49ers, are they set to step over some of the silly rumors that the Rams are still potent and that the Hawks are going to pull another rabbit out of their hat for the second time in a row? And will we end up over with the staff at Stanford Medical Center have to call in for extra help to take care of all the players we're sending over there? Calm down, Ronbo. Okay, I'm ready. All right. Hey, Peter Gorman says, what's up, Peter? What's up? Hey, yeah, Pete, you're your first dude to comment. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate you, fam. Jay Good, 49. Jordan Matthews over Kendrick Bourne. Bigger, faster, stronger. 22 career touchdowns at 26 years old. Jay Good, man. Okay, let's get ready to talk. Push Pen Wonder. Sup, fam? Bob Money. What's up, Big Bob? Anthony Baker, what's up, Rumble? Always listen to the show from Memphis, Tennessee. Anthony, we always appreciate you, man. Anthony, what you gonna call in here, man, and tell me it's you, all right? Ray Jr., oh, thanks, Ray. Thank you. I love the way you spell my name, too, Rambo. I came this close to call him. I said, don't do it, Ron. Ronbo, don't do it, man, because, you know, if you do that, man, people gonna work your butt. Rambo Sports. Time has come now. Okay, let me get into my Sylvester Stallone. Anyway, Daniel Andre, Monday Night Raw. I meant Sunday Night Raw. We be raw every night during the offseason. You know this, Daniel. Talking man, 78, stay healthy. Our offensive line and defensive line needs to dominate, and everything else will fall into place. So true, talking man. Perry E. Howard, Nate Burl. Nate Burl, Lucky Nuts running that mouth again. Somebody put something in his mouth for me, please. Nate, don't be watching this program, man, because a lot of things are going to be said about you that your mama wouldn't appreciate, and you either. Tasman sacked down. Ronbo Sports has placed the big quest for 6, baby. Tasman sacked down. John Delvin, the Undertaker is back. The Slim Reaper is back. Kevin Durant's back? Okay, that's for tomorrow night. By the way, Monday Night Raw will be watching the Undertaker and the Warriors, and I know you're going to be too. We'll be back for Tuesday Night Raw. Okay, let you know that right now. Faithful Empire, what's up, y'all? I was yesterday. Did Big Show get destroyed? No, hey, Show didn't come in yesterday. Big Show. Well, Peter Gorman says I went to the Cowboys chat and started trash talking and got blocked. See, we have rules. You can come in and trash talk because we got plenty of people who trash talk. Dre be laying and waiting on them people. Bob Money is not nice when it comes to these people. We got plenty of guys that like to deal with them, so that's why I let them come on in and y'all can just beat them up. Rudy's not in here now because he knows better than to come up in here. See? So I like to get a reputation that we will kick your ass to come in here. Rod Manhammer, what's up, fam? Jay Good, 49. Matthews has better career stats, but Kendrick Bourne is a decent 6 receiver. Dude freaked on Big Show. Bro. Jay Good. You know, it's fun to argue about who's going to be top dog. I enjoy it myself. Yeah. Kendrick, let's go, KB. I like Matthews, though. You know, he's on our team. I ain't gonna never hate on another guy on our team. Oh, no, it ain't. Boy, well, can we all stand up, please? For the Honorable Rev has rolled up in here. Rev!
Ronbo.
Sup? So good to hear from you, Rev.
Let me start this off. Let me start this off by saying shout out to the fam, the red and gold. Rep it like you faithful, 24/7, 365. Shout out to the voice of the faithful fan, Ronbo.
Thanks, Phil.
Well, now we got that out the way.
Yeah.
Rev got something to say. We're going to go to the Book of Champions. We're going to go to the Book of Champions.
All right.
See, as we watch the state of the franchise, I heard, as well as all of us heard, the best thing ever coming from our head coach. We don't give a damn about everybody else in that division. Let's just get that out right now.
Hey,
okay? We are on a mission, fam. Listen to the Rev when I tell you. We are on a mission. We are going to come into every game. We're going to smack the boom booms out of people, okay? There's blood in the water. Jimmy G is hungry, and we're about to get this going.
Hey.
We got weapons on both sides of the ball. And when I tell you this defense is hungry, we are coming after the quarterback. We're coming after their mama, their cousins, their aunties. It don't matter. You line up on that line under a center, and we got pressure and pain coming for that ass. Next, on the offensive side of the ball, for all these people that doubted us, we still average 25 points a freaking game on offense.
Gospel truth.
We average 25 points a game. I can only imagine that 25 might jump to 28 this year, 29 points a game, which is good. But our focus right now, let's get W. And that's what we about. We trying to get W. Now, this division, it is tough. It is tough. Fuck the lamb chops. I'm going to keep saying it. They're a Cinderella team. That's just what it is. Okay? They're just Cinderella. Seahawks, they always find a way to sneak their little asses up in there somehow, some way. We don't care. Right now, this year, our only focus is to come in and dominate. I don't care if we win the game by 3 points, 2 points. A win is a win. And I think that the team, they're coming together. You see what I'm saying? And once that team unites and comes together, the sky is the limit for us. Period. Point blank. I'm not saying we're gonna go 16-0. Hell, me personally, the Rev, I just want to see 10 wins. I want to see 10 wins. I want to see us beat the Hawks. I want to see us beat the Rams. The Cardinals, they are nobody. They don't even have a fucking football team right now. Their defense is whatever. Yes. Okay? I'm sick and tired of losing to them, but this season, we ain't losing to them. The facts of the matter is we're going to come in this season hungry. And as far as that little guy, Nate Burleson, listen.
Boy.
Nate Burleson, who the fuck is Nate Burleson? What did you do? Like, that's just my whole thing. You can talk all you want to. You can hate on us all you want to. We love hate. We love hate. That's why the quest for 6 has never died. And we're getting closer, fam. Trust me when I tell you, we're getting closer. Bill Walsh took over a team that was nothing and turned them into greatness. I have a feeling, and I believe it in my red and gold heart, it's going to happen. All we coming into this season, we getting 10 wins. We going to bust people up. We going to fight for everything. I feel good about it. I feel good about it this year. Offensive. Right. I mean, just think of our backfield, Ronbo. We got 3 running backs that's going to piss off defensive coordinators.
I mean, they ain't no dimensions missing, Rev. They got every dimension you can possibly ask for. Run, catch, movement, elusive. They got all of it.
Hey, the sky is the limit, fam. Trust me when the Rev say the sky is the limit. So with that being said, just know this, fam. This is coming from the Rev. I love everybody. We rep our red and gold 24/7, 365. Stand up this year. Make hella noise this year. Piss off anybody when you wear your colors and you say, I'm 49 and faithful. Piss them off. I don't care if we lost the game. I'm going to still talk shit. Piss them off. We're going to represent this year. Ronbo, just keep us going. Keep the faithful going. Woo! The Nation Boy is ready.
You sound like
I am so ready for some 49 football. I am so fired up right now. It can be preseason football. I just want to hear pads and helmets smack.
Spam.
49ers, we are ready. We are hungry. We are coming for that ass. The Rev loves y'all. Ronbo, be safe, be cool. In the words of the Nature Boy, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man. Well, damn it, we about to be the man in the NFC West. 49ers for life, red and gold. Holla at your boy. Ronbo,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Rev.
Woo!
Love you, Rev. I can't wait till you get back in it, man. I've been missing you. Good stuff.
I'll be on tomorrow night. The Nature Boy will be there.
Hey, we're going to take tomorrow night, but we're going to be back the following night. We'll take tomorrow night off, be right back. Monday Night Raw is moving to Tuesday this week.
Well, I'll be back on Tuesday.
There you go. We're looking for you, Rev. Appreciate you, fam. Talk to you later.
No doubt.
Rev laying down the gospel truth. Hey, Will, come on in here.
Man, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Man, so good to hear the Rev back on him, man. He got me pumped up right now.
Well, he still knows how to put a sermon down.
Woo, man, I haven't heard him in a minute, man. I want to give a shout out to the Rev, man. I ain't heard him in a minute. I'm glad he's back, man.
Yeah.
He's setting off the tone. He's setting off the tone for the night show. You know what I'm saying? I want to go ahead and just come in, man, and make this clear, man. See, like I said, man, these people out here, we see what y'all doing. Y'all ain't fooling us. We ain't the people to be tricked off. I'm telling you, man. Ain't nobody in the NFC West gonna fuck with us this year, dog. You know why? Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something right now. We are the only team in the NFC West that got the most firepower. All the Seahawks got right now is Russell Wilson. The Legion of Boom is gone. Doug Baldwin is gone. Lockett ain't gonna be no Doug Baldwin. He's not gonna progress. He gonna be the way he always been. They don't have what names do you know over there? What popular names do you know over there?
All I know is DK, and he ain't played no ball yet. So yeah, I got a running back. One of them, that Carson dude, he does concern me. But beyond that, Will, that's it.
That's it. You ain't got nobody over there. Nobody but Russell Wilson. That's why when everybody say, who is Seahawks gonna make it to the playoffs this year? Yeah, they're gonna make it to the playoffs just because of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is not the only dude that's gonna lead the Seahawks. It takes multiple players to do this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson ain't gonna do what he been doing to us for years because we got the defense set up to where he can't do that no more. So it's a wrap for him when he play us. You know what I'm saying? The Cardinals ain't got no damn. They don't even have a name, a star name. They don't have nobody over there either. Kyler Murray ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. The boy too small. The boy too small. The boy too small. Our D line's over 6 feet. Our whole D line over 6 feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who the hell? What he gonna do? You ain't got no star receiver. You got Larry Fitzgerald. Okay, Larry Fitzgerald. That man probably getting more brittle than it was last year. The man getting older and older. He gonna be a Hall of Famer, but he ain't gonna make no noise. And Kyle Brandt probably ain't gonna give him the ball.
I mean, he's got to have more help than that. Yeah.
Right, and that little Cliff Kingsbury college stuff he bringing to the pros ain't gonna work. I mean, the last person did that crap with Chip Kelly. It made some progress. You know what I'm saying? We put points on the board with it, but I don't think Cliff Kingsbury gonna do that with that Texas Tech shit he bringing over there. And then you got the Rams. Todd Gurley ain't. The only way for the Rams offense to explode is off Todd Gurley. You got to get Todd Gurley going first before you can ramp up the offense. The man got arthritis in his knee. That's something you can't get rid of. That man ain't gonna be cutting and stabbing his right leg with his left leg to make cuts like he used to do. That man gonna have to ease up off that shit. And we got the linebackers and D line to catch him from all angles. He ain't gonna be able to show his explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why everybody thinking that the Rams is gonna go back to where they gone to. You know what I'm saying? They reading off these scripts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to K. Allen, man, because whenever time they talk about 49ers, you see Nate Burleson and Kyle Brandt looking at their damn paper. They looking at their paper.
And look at Nate's face.
Okay.
Nate just looks all frowned up. I mean, what?
Right. But when you talk about the 49ers, Kay Adams, she don't look at her papers. She looks straight at Nate and Kyle when they talk. She don't look at no papers. She don't read on no script. She keeps it 100. She keeps it all the way 1,000. You see what I'm saying? And she was right. We got the most firepower.
I agree.
Because you don't know what the Cardinals got. They ain't got nothing. Russell Wilson's probably the only guy on the team that can only make something happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. It's obvious, man. Shout out to Kay. I even sent her out a tweet. I said, shout out to Kay Adams for speaking the real. Because people out here is being fake with their analytics. They don't know, man. It's just crazy, dog. It's just crazy, man. But
we'll turn right around and say what the good things about the Hawks and Rams, and then turn around and say, well, according to 49ers, haven't proven anything to anybody yet, and everything depends on whether they stay healthy or not. Why y'all can't talk about something else by that? But sometimes I understand the last 2 years, but still, you gonna say something good about them, and then give us, we gotta stay healthy. Fine, leave it at that.
Man, I'll tell you, man, that's just tripping me out. And I'm about to get off Ronbo, but one more thing, man. I know. Shout out to my player partner Dre and Big Show. I heard that big old fight they had, man. But look,
Show don't be backing down either. He'll be back.
But look,
y'all the same family too. All the TNT bunch.
but look, Ronbo, I'm gonna check this out. I'm the type of dude that don't keep it real with you. You know, TNT, to my brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's fame. But, you know, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to give y'all the list right now. Y'all ready? Okay, here we go. Marquise Goodwin, go make it. Okay. Dante Pettis, he going to make it. Deebo Samuel, he going to make it. Jalen Hurd, he going to make it. Okay, that's 4, right? Yeah. Trent Taylor, 5. Trent Taylor, he going to make it. Y'all, people think he ain't, he going to make it.
Yeah, he may.
So it's going to be down to James, Bourne, and Matthews. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna have to take. That's 5.
How many spots you got left
6, right?
after 5? Yeah.
One more. I got one more spot.
Got one.
It's gonna be out. It's gonna be out of James, Matthews, or Bourne. But here's the thing. I believe James is gonna be out of that competition. You know why? Because the Oakland Raiders game, he dropped that wide open pass in that Oakland game with Nick Mussey. You see that stuff follows you. It follows you now.
It got Carlos Hyde lost his job behind that. Remember that pass he dropped? He had a perfect touchdown. Jimmy G put that ball right where it had to be. I believe Kyle never got over that.
Yeah. Right. So I'm just gonna say, let the best man win between Bourne and Matthews. I'm gonna stay neutral, but I'm gonna keep it 100. It's gonna be out of Bourne and Matthews, because Bourne is a dog. He catches tough passes, he gets yards, and you know he's proven that he can get down when it's time to get down. Jordan Matthews, man, look, when if you look at his resume and you see he's 16 for 22 touchdowns overall, but 15 comes out of the red zone. That says something. Yeah. No matter what offense you in, you could be in New England's offense, you could be in the Rams offense, you could be in a sorry ass offense like the Bengals offense, Tampa Bay offense. It don't matter what offense you in. If you can get the ball in the end zone and make plays, that's all that matters. What all we want? What do we want? Touchdowns, right? Jordan Matthews got 16 TDs in the red zone. That says something. So that's why I say it's up in the air between them two. And then, so, you know, it's up there. So, and Big Show, I love you.
Go ahead. Let me see. We can pull up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Big Show, you my bro, you fam. But look, man, whenever you come in and make a statement that people don't agree with, you always gotta have proof of your point. Don't ever give out a point and don't have no ammo to back it up.
Because then it'll become biased.
Yes. Right, because you didn't have an ammo when it came between the Kyler Murray and the Bosa thing with the number 1 pick. You didn't have an ammo. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you didn't have no info when Dre addressed you about the numbers. Yeah. He told you to give him some numbers. What's the numbers? You didn't have no numbers. You always gotta have your proof for your statements every time. I'm not getting on you. You my bro. I'm just trying to help you.
And he needs you
all
to.
Right, Ronbo.
I will. I'll see you Tuesday.
All right, man. 90 Empire, man. You already know what it is. Shout out to TNT, my player partner Dre, Trey, Trez, T10T, Big Show, Jay Fresh, man. Fuck the Rams, fuck the Rooted, they lost and they broke. And Jimmy Ward bus, the Jimmy Ward bus just got they blew their gasket, so they got to go back to the shop.
It's in the shop. Right, I knew it was coming. Night will.
All right, man.
Oh man! And speaking of which, His player partner is here. Dre, come on in here, Dre.
Man, Ronbo, what's happening with you, man?
Oh man, I'm just looking down this thing because I suspected a long time ago, as soon as that game was over, and as soon as we got into preseason activities, and the Rams started that exodus of people leaving, the Hawks had people trading them out, getting rid of them, and still and all, people still up in the NFL show, every site, every network show. Well, the Rams still have a stronghold on the NFC West. I said, what? What? Whoa! How?
Ronbo, bro, this is, I said this last time, bro. It's two things that don't go away: tendonitis and arthritis, bro.
Yeah.
They just don't go away.
Reoccurring
This is not an injury. This is their arm. Arthritis is man. This is like some hereditary type stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is passed down through bloodline. It doesn't go away. It's not an injury. This is a condition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I mean, this guy was responsible for 58 receptions. He was responsible for 300 carries. He was responsible for 17 total touchdowns. And we all know that Sean McVay admittedly said that in the headset, he would tell Jared Goff where the ball should go during the play.
Yep.
Now, if that ain't some Pop Warner shit, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? I played quarterback in high school. My coach ain't never told me where to go with the ball. It was go with the X and the Z, or check down to your flats. You know what I'm saying? Or look for your running back standing over there on the left on the left side hash or the right side hash.
You got to go through
your
progressions.
It was never, we in the headset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So, with the guy, contributing to the team that much production, and like I said, they just had an article that came out last week. You know what I'm saying? They said that Todd Gurley is not going to be a 3-down back anymore.
No longer the
this is
bell
going to be a
cow.
guy that's going to be. No, he's not the bell cow no more, bro. So that means he's not going to be getting 30, 25, 30 carries a game. He might get 10 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to take away from the significance of that offense completely, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then, missing, Joyner and Suda, that's two big hits that they defense took.
Offensive lineman too? Oh, come on now.
Yeah, man.
And that don't make no difference?
Yeah, man. And Akeem, you know what I'm saying? He slowed down a bit last year. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same Akeem to leave. You know what I'm saying? So I really just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I really just don't see it. We already beat the Seahawks. We beat the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? We beat them. With third and fourth stringers, bro. So I mean, I just don't know. Nate Burrow said, "I feel sorry for you, sir. I don't know what happened to you. If you got beat up at the club when you was in Frisco
and found out you was a 49er fan,
and we turned you down. Like, bro, I just don't know. I feel sorry for you. I pray for you, my guy. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. I mean, and you weren't even that good in the pros, bro. So, like, I don't know where they get off to let you make these predictions about the Niners and talk bad about us. And I don't know. You're not a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? At least Deion Sanders is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I mean, get somebody that's worthwhile to hate on us, not Nate Burleson.
And
the primetime
consistently does that.
Yeah, he does, bro. But when Kittle got on there, you know what I'm saying, he was kissing Kittle's ass, talking about, best tight end in the game. But you wasn't talking that shit like you were saying, you know what I'm saying, when one of our players ain't up there. So it just showed me how much of a sucker he is anyway. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause one thing for sure, one thing for certain. If I got something, whether it's good or bad to say, I'm going to say it to your face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it to your face. And when Kittle got on there, he tucked his tail. So, that just says a lot about his character.
And Dre, you saw the clip. I put one up. He says, first thing he did was, 49er fans, they think I got some hate for him or something. I don't know what this up with that. And then Kate whispers over to him, well, you were a Hawks fan. Or you were with Seattle. Or you were a Hawk. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And he just kept on talking he didn't hear that. I said, Nate, that's why. Yo, punk. I mean, your butt keeps talking like, yeah, well, I know what I'm talking about. No, you don't. God.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Last year,
there was some questionable calls as far as when we played in the Rams game, where it was like a few questionable offensive pass interferences, and they beat us by 10 points. You know what I mean? They beat us by 10 points, Ronbo. And it was with second and third and fourth stringers, bro. So. This year, I just don't see it. I think it's at the point to where we're going to have to go out on the field and just shut everybody up because nobody's going to stop talking. The naysayers are going to keep on, being the naysayers. So it's about going on the field and proving it. But like I said, losing LaMarcus Joyner, losing the offensive lineman with the Pro Bowler, and then you lost Ndamukong Suh on the line, so you got to replace him. They took a huge. And basically, if Shanahan watches film of what the Patriots did at the Super Bowl, I just think that team got their number. If you take away the play action, they cannot put up points.
Golf can't play
with
us. He's got play action.
Yeah.
See, everybody sees it now.
That's what their offense stars off of, man. He's not a guy that's going to get outside the pocket and make plays. He's a play-action quarterback if I've ever seen one. Bro, basically he does the same thing that the boy up in Atlanta does. You know what I'm saying? What's their quarterback name?
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, man. Play, you know what I'm saying? Half of his throws, Julio got to go up and make astronomical plays just to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of his plays comes off the play action from Devontae Freeman. You figure out a way to shut that down, it's pretty much a wrap.
He may, your bottom line on that is he may not be a franchise quarterback. His contract ends soon, and the Rams have to make a decision as to whether they're going to pay him. He going to be the highest paid quarterback in the league next year. I want to see that. Him and Dak. That's way too much money that is not warranted. Dre, we got to pull up, though.
You already know they're going to give him his money, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shout out to my player partner, Will, TNT, man, Big Show, Trey, Trash, Jerry Fresh, Bob, Money, Nighthawk, all of the guys, man, you know what I'm saying? I'll be back on Tuesday night, y'all. And don't worry about Nate Burleson, you know what I'm saying?
That's some fools.
Hit
him up on the Twitter when y'all get a chance.
Off top, man. All right, y'all.
Party. All right, Dre. Have a good night, fam.
Peace.
And here he is, Justin. Justin, come on in here, man.
Well, is my contribution going to start World War III with freaking Dre?
wait, which one of your calls does Dre not agree with in particular? I forgot. Which one?
Oh, but no, I agree with
you. Don't want to repeat
it? Oh, no.
No,
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I put my opinion on the little argument on Friday. Yeah. I already put my opinion. Mitchell, all you gotta do is look at it. That's it. That's all I gotta say. And people gotta stop trolling with this. KB ain't good. What? Huh? Oh. KB isn't good. What film are you watching? What stats are you watching? That's ridiculous.
And also, Justin, why can't the man get some love for progressing each and every year? Hey, Justin, here's something that is given little credit, but do you know one of the most durable players the 49ers has is Kendrick Bourne? Mm-hmm. When's the last time you heard about Kendrick Bourne hurt and couldn't play?
He's tall, He's tall, he makes reliable catches. He's a good third down receiver. Yeah. When in crunch time you need him, he's right there, So I don't understand this. KB isn't that good. I'm like, what? It's not like we got AJ Jenkins again, okay? All right, so I don't want to hear nothing.
That's still a bad word. Don't bring that up.
Gosh, man.
I mean, you know what?
I don't understand.
Honestly, between Kendrick Bourne and we can go ahead and get this started right now. If I have to go down between Kendrick Bourne and Jordan Matthews, here's the thing. Kendrick Bourne has done well in the end zone. He's getting better. Jordan Matthews has a history of doing fantastic in the red zone. Mm-hmm. But Jordan Matthews also has an incredibly bad record for also doing my boy J-Dub's number of not being available. Do I trust Jordan Matthews and I send Kendrick Bourne packing knowing that Bourne is one of the iron men of the 49ers squad? It's a tough decision to make, Justin. What are you going to do
I'm telling
if
you
it
right
comes
now.
down between them two?
I'm telling you right now. We lose Kendrick Bourne. I'm telling you right now. The Patriots will probably pick him up and probably make him an A-star. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh, and
the
with
Patriots
Brady
need a. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. The Patriots or the Rams will probably pick him up. I'm telling you because he was supporting the Rams during the Super Bowl. I don't want to mention that, but I'm telling you right now. We released him. There's 5 teams, at least 10 teams that could use his services, and we'll make him to a good receiver. So it would be the idiot. We will be dumbest franchise to let go of somebody like that. I'm sorry. That is. We have a good receiver. Why would you release him? Why would you let him go?
It is going to come down between those two. Richie James is not in this. But here's the thing. We have too many running backs. We have too many tight ends. They actually maybe cannot carry a 7th wide receiver. The more you do the math, the more you realize where else you're going to cut the fat. If Tololo's got things like one of the best blocking tight ends in the league, then you have to be concerned. Is Garrett Selleck going to make the team? Kyle certainly loves the hell out of him. We got a new rookie out of Stanford that looks awfully good. He looks like if you water that seed, it could grow. Ain't nobody talking about George Kittle made this team before the season was over last year. So it's getting real complicated with the numbers. Yeah.
So,
real complicated.
I love Jordan Matthews. I'm gonna give Big Show his credit. He's a good receiver, but
he is.
When you're talking about longevity and you're talking about the future, you're talking about like putting your trust. I'm taking Kendrick Bourne over Matthews. I'm sorry. Like he was with the Bills last year. He barely did anything.
Who was the quarterback? Oh, that dude who likes to hurdle over people.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But I will give defense. Josh Allen wasn't like I don't think he played that game. I think he was out with a shoulder injury. I think he was out.
Yeah.
So I think it was the backup quarterback.
Because you don't know what Jordan looks like with a guy with Jimmy Garoppolo's skills. It's really a tough call. If Vegas would put a lineup, Vegas would almost probably put a lineup on this one. Between Jordan Matthews and Kendrick Bourne, what do you do? And the majority of people are going to say Jordan Matthews in a heartbeat, But think about that clearly. Do you really? Kendrick Bourne's got 2 years with Kyle Shanahan. He knows Kyle Shanahan is almost as well as he knows his own father. Yeah. And he knows Jimmy.
And Jimmy G loves KB too. Jimmy G loves KB too. So why would you want to separate that, that connection? Why? That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's an argument. It's an argument to be made. It's going to continue on. And you know what? We're going to be holding our breath coming down that last few days, Justin, before they make the final cut. For those of us on the don't lose Kendrick team, we're going to be scared. We really are. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Because if he says goodbye, I'm going to be bothered. I'll be visibly bothered.
I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be like you. I'm going to be mad. I'm seriously going to be so annoyed. If he doesn't make the team, I'm going to be so annoyed. I really am because I'm telling you right now, there's like 10 other teams. There's 10 NFL teams that can make him too a good receiver. That can make him like just
Well, he's fought adversity.
It's like the old saying: "Another mess trash is another mess treasure." That's how it would be if KB gets released.
He can thrive on other teams. He's a gamer.
Oh yeah.
He comes out. He makes mistakes here and there, but he will make up for it with something spectacular.
But that's another point. What NFL player hasn't made mistakes? What player do you expect him to be the A1 perfect receiver? No, he's going to make mistakes here and there. He's a young receiver. He's young. He's a rookie base. He's basically new still. He's going to make mistakes. You can't expect him to be perfect A1. No mistakes. Touchdowns every day. 8 touchdowns every year. You can't expect that. And especially then when he said, they don't game plan for third receivers. That's baloney. That is baloney. That is baloney. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is. And Show has no shame when it comes to talking bad about Kendrick Bourne. Justin, we got to go, though, fam.
Man.
Let me we'll see you Tuesday night, huh?
Yes, sir. And shout out to Dre. See you later.
Yeah. All right. Justin? All right. Justin, I'm sure he's gonna present a better case next time. Show knows that was weak. James. Get James, come on in, fam.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James, we're glad we got in early enough tonight, so we didn't have you sleep over there. Because James, man,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm Kay Adams just helped me. I've been trying to suppress my own feeling on that due to people getting on me about calling shots too early. But I'll be damned if the Rams look like they could just beat up everybody this year. It makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. And the Hawks, they're losing everybody, and they're still going to come in and dominate next year? I don't see it. And the 49ers have done everything they could to improve the team personnel-wise. There's continuity building within time frame and haven't been, and yet we can't take either one of those teams? I do not believe that. On all logical avenues is all I'm going down on this too. I'm just saying, look at the rosters and you tell me, anybody tell me that the Rams and the Hawks dominate in those areas. I don't think so. So that's why I'm saying stop with the madness. They no longer possess that kind of strength. They just don't. But James, your feeling on this matter?
Well, I'll say this much. Last night I came on your show, and I had a feeling Friday night might be a stiff one for you because the Warriors playing, and they pretty much can. It's not over yet, though. I'm going to say this much because the return I've already seen on the internet where KD has been practicing, so there's a very good chance he'll be back. But I'll say this much, switching gears here. I tell you one thing I realized. I heard a lot of callers talking about the receiver group. I'm going to tell you, I think James may still get in and be safe. And Kyle may give him another chance because he's got a thing about those physically tough players that's got exceptional speed. We've seen him take players with the Browns and Taylor Gabriel that went on to Atlanta. We've seen him do it with Josh Gordon. We've seen him be able to transform these guys into a very special receiver. Now, I will say this much. One thing I have been hearing, and I think the Niner Empire, the fans, the brotherhood, sisterhood for the 49ers, hands down, it's like this here. Let's not forget, Jalen Hurd is basically a tight end. He doesn't have to fall under that receiver in those 7 receivers, and we could still be able to keep Jordan Matthews. Because if you look at the tight end group, the last caller and you had said they think Selleck is gone. I can pretty much guarantee you, Garrett Selleck is gone probably if no one gets hurt because they could take Kittle's going to be the number 1. I think Kyle has got an extreme obsession with seeing 2 big tight ends, 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We're up by 16 already, and the other team believes that they're going to get the ball back. Maybe we fumbled or something, which we didn't want to see happen.
James, I just want to add one thing on that tight end room. Mm-hmm. You've also got the drafted player, Caden Smith. Caden's not going to get cut this year.
That's what I'm saying. If Selleck is gone, it's Kittle, Caden Smith, and then Tolofolo, okay, the big guy. And then there's Ross. Yeah, right. Then there's Ross Dwelly. Now, Dwelly, they could put on the practice squad or probably IR him or something like that to stash him. Jalen Hurd falls into that tight end category and basically playing the H-back tight end position, and we still be able to keep Pettis, Goodwin, Bourne, Taylor, Samuels, Matthews, and James. That's the 7.
James, that's how many? And how many tight ends? How many tight ends do you count?
4 tight ends.
See, that's
4 tight ends. It's a whole package all together of 12 tight ends and receivers all together. 11. Yeah. That's 11 guys that are considered receivers. Yeah. And the thing about it, see, I'm gonna tell you why I think he would only keep 4 tight ends and possibly put Dwelly on the practice squad. Or maybe if Dwelly is real impressive, then he might go the same route with George Kittle and Ross Dwelly being those two big X factors to dominate a defense. And then look at the running backs we got that are also running backs that can catch balls out the backfield. And I wanna say this much also. I'm gonna tell you, I've heard people say, "Are we gonna be able to dominate the Rams?" And then the Sea Hags are out there, and then it's them poor pitiful Arizona baby chickens with a little baby chicken and Kyler Murray. Let me tell you something. I got a good feeling Chris Kasuric is going to transform this team, that defense with Robosella, and I'm going to tell you why. He said we're going to play some wide nine, but not basically all the time. But then when you think about it, in that wide nine alignment, it says that it's an alignment that you can run against that alignment. Well, I beg to differ when you got the right players, because here's a prime example. With Bosa and Ford being the bookends, then you got in the middle, DeForest Buckner 6'8", Eric Armstead 6'8". These two guys are massively huge, big dudes that require double teams. And then you've got three very speedy sideline to sideline, off the ball linebackers playing right behind them. So you know what that tells me? Somebody like Kyler Murray will be running in the opposite direction a lot, okay? Instead of going forward trying to get a first down, when he does that bootleg trying to come around, man, if they're playing that defense right, and then on the bootlegs, most of the time he should have a wheel route with that running back out in the flat. This is where that Sam linebacker comes into play, that's so dominant from that type of defensive scheme, that wide nine, and a player like Greenlaw, okay? So I'm telling you, man, it's going to be, and as far as Jared Goff goes, Bill Belichick already proved it, how you beat him. All you got to do is really pressure him and get after him. We didn't have that last year, but that was 2018. 2018, I did some things that I'm not trying to do in 2019. And we got a lot of players right now that have adjusted our abilities. And so now, it's like with the offense, people are talking about Kendrick Bourne is not going to make it. I'll tell you something else. I don't know how whatever kind of cocktail you're having, but you need to have one less maybe, because it's like this here. Kendrick Bourne has excelled with multiple quarterbacks. A first-string quarterback in Jimmy G, who actually started 8 games for us, and he was 6-1 going into that 8th game, and he got injured. He was 6-1. The only loss we had suffered is to Minnesota, and C.J. Beathard came in the game, and Kendrick Bourne was still playing, still being productive, still progressing. And then Nick Mullins came on the scene, and he's just continued to get better and better. I don't think he goes nowhere. I do believe, like I said, that Kyle Shanahan knows with somebody like Tolofolo, that X factor tight end, you might actually could keep 3, stash 1 on the they would still keep 4 and stash 1 on the injured reserve possibly, So that to me, that makes all the sense in the world. And it's so much, we may actually be putting up. We're going to see games, I do believe, where we got 21 points in the first quarter. In the first quarter.
And I see
quarter,
that.
Bro.
I see that. Especially get a roll.
Yeah.
James, we need
in
to
the
stop.
First quarter. That's exactly right. Yeah, man, it's coming. It's coming. Just be a little more patient. Just give it time, because they're putting together a survivor, just somebody, not just a team that can make the cut, a sustainable team for future wins.
And one that could just drop players in that'll segue and give them time to grow during the draft and everything else. It's much along the Belichick model, People start crying about money, tell them good night,
Basically following the same blueprint, if you ask me.
Yeah. So
basically, it's nothing but a whole bunch of upside, man. Because I could talk on it all night long
I know, just because
about the upside
we're gonna have to
right
stop.
now. But you ain't gonna give me that much time. I know it.
I know. Well, we can't, James, because we got a lot of people
still
waiting.
try to take a shot. I know. But anyway, thank you for what you do. Thank you for the platform that you provide for us.
Thanks, James. And we look forward to your Tuesday.
I want to give a shout out to the Niner Empire and all the callers that come in to make this show very interesting, talking Niner football. X the excuses that don't need to come on here, little racist kids and over power drinking adults over 40 years old that are actually in their 70s. But it's okay. Ain't nobody mad at them. Yeah, man. But anyway, Niner Empire, Niner for life. Thank you, Ronbo. Have a good evening. Be blessed, man.
Appreciate you, Phil. See you Tuesday.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Tuesday, you're not coming on tomorrow?
No, we want to see if the Warriors are bringing Optimus Prime back on the floor tomorrow.
That's right.
So I figure everybody's going to be tired of that. Even I'm curious, can the Warriors come back from a 3-1 deficit? Will the mighty Durant save their fate? I mean, that's just the storyline in itself. Because you know what? If Durant had been there in the first place, it wouldn't be like this. So we'll see.
Wouldn't even be like this. The series would have been over already.
All right, Phil. I'll see you Tuesday.
All right, Ronbo. Thank you so much, man. Be blessed.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. And NFC West Nemesis says, we're going to be top 10 all phases of the game. I love it. T. Breezy, otherwise known as Therese, the force is strong this year. The force is strong this year with the 49ers and the TNT family. They used to be just a TNT tag team, and now they got an entire Battle Royal team. Yes, T! Tasman Sacktown. Don't get it twisted. I love me some Jimmy G. I hope he goes off this season. But I love some Mullins, too. Tasman, you can feel comfortable about one thing. This team is building up such strength now. Like you, if something happens to Jimmy, God bless, please, no. But if something does, we are not dead meat like we were last year when the cute little blonde boy comes in there and starts getting killed. But they're working on him. I don't know what he's going to look like. We need to maybe hold up. Wait a minute, as Trez would say. CJ, sprinkle some red and gold in it. We'll see. That's going to be an interesting battle, at least a little. Jim Thurlkill says, the Rams are one Gerard Goff torn ACL away from Blake Bortles as their starting quarterback, and Gurley has bad knees. Enough said. Did Blake Bortles, is he over in L.A.? Is he the backup? Wait a minute, that's not a joke, is it? Blake Bortles is in L.A., ain't he? I think I remember that. About a month ago, I thought I couldn't stop laughing. I think that was the joke I was laughing about. Ray Jr., he said, what will be our record for the season? I'm close to saying 11-5. I'm still staying with 10-6 due to the fact that I try to do some things that I think about the teams, the games they should win that they might lose, and the games they should lose they might win. It all balances out sometimes. I don't have, like a lot of people, a lot of faith in the 49ers beating Nolans in the French Quarter, but I do hope they do. And if they do, there's no telling what this season's record's going to be. Tasman Section says, with how good the Hawks ran last year, it won't come close to what we will do this year. Yeah, because the Hawks was busting, running butts. And that dude Carson, man, what's his name? Dude's bad. I mean, we got to put the hammer on him. I got to feel we got the right kind of guy for him this year, though. And I figure also with Quan out there hitting him with bullets, his body being a human projectile, and also I figure Fred Warner learned some things last year about angles and things like that. I think our running backs will do a little better job. We'll see. I mean, our linebackers. And I'm not worried about the frontline defense, though. Empire Strikes Back. For the Niner fan here, 24/7. No other team or other sport matches the Empire. Empire Strikes Back. I love you, fan, but I saw Gohard said something about your taco statement. Maybe you might want to apologize because I know you was joking, right? You know which one I mean, right? Because you know Daniel Serrano's about to do it too. Hey, but you know, ain't nobody mad or nothing. Okay, so I'm just saying. Hey, Phil. Oh, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo, I'm here.
Hey, Phil.
I just got to take it off mute.
Hey, good stuff. Well, Phil.
Hey.
And tonight, Kay Adams has set fire. She sprinkled gasoline all around the Empire walls and through the match. Lady said, I think the 49ers may have the firepower this year to overtake the Rams in winning the NFC West. And Nate Burleson's jaws, you could see his jaws sitting there. Phil, his jaws getting so tight, I thought they was going to snap.
You know he's a Seattle guy.
Case,
right?
She told the gospel truth. There's time. Stop whooping it up of how badass that the Rams are. They're not. They lost a lot. They lost a lot of blood. They're like laying on the battlefield, bleeding out. And when they're still supposed to dominate the West, I don't see it. And the Hawks, I want to see them pull that hat trick again. In the meantime, as I said, the 49ers have built up in a way where it just dwarfs any efforts that the Hawks and Rams did in the offseason. But, Phil, your feeling on this?
Well, my feeling is the Rams are going to take third place in the division. All right, so that says it right there.
I mean, it did.
If you look down head-to-head of every position, right, so I think we're better at running back now that Gurley is arthritic. It is hobbling even at OTAs. Arthritis is something you can't fix.
Especially
right?
a football player. That just is not mixed.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. We're better at quarterback, okay? We're better at offensive line. You forgot, in your first topic is that they lost Saffold, but they also lost their Pro Bowl center. He's retired.
And how serious is that?
They've got a rookie center. That is really serious because the center calls all the plays, all the blocking. So you got a rookie in there, and so they lost 2/5 of their offensive line.
It's three rooms
the other
already.
Fact is that, and then on defense they lost Sue. So that took a lot of pressure off of Aaron Donald.
Exactly.
I think Donald's now going to be a lot more
and Broncos ain't Sue. Exactly.
No, he's not. And so, we're better at offensive line. We're better at tight end. I think the Rams have a little bit of advantage at wide receiver. I think we've got better linebackers. Our defensive back, I think, if Verrett comes through and is healthy and is 100% and he plays like he did in 2015, we'll be better at defensive back.
Yes, advantage 49ers there too. If Verrett and Sherman are on the field versus Peters, I likes to jump routes and get them INTs. Sometimes I get killed. Versus Talib, who is getting up there at the point now where he can be taken advantage of. You're right. Advantage 49ers in that area too.
And I think we're better at special teams now with Mitch Wish. So,
I keep forgetting about him.
Special teams, Robbie and Mitch and going to nail down the fort there. And
Phil,
now
let me ask you about Weedle versus our safety. So they may have an advantage there. I'm not sure yet. I wouldn't. Weedle's been a Pro Bowler. He's a good player. But he's how old is he? Yeah, the thing.
He's really old.
Can he keep up now?
He's like, I don't know. But, I don't know if he's better than what they had.
No, he's not better than Joyner. That's why I said, you guys, they lost Joyner. And that doesn't make a difference. Yeah. They're still going to dominate. No, they're not. Wheedle's good.
And I think
he's past his time.
Defense, last year, the Ravens' defense was really good. Really good. They lost a lot of players in the off season, but they lost Suggs. They lost what's the linebacker name?
Another big contract player. Forgot where he went. Anyway, they had no problem letting Weedle go. How come?
because they signed what's his name from Seattle.
See, so they look to get better back there. So I'm loving what I really don't
But I don't
understand
think
how
the
the
Rams
Rams
got
are
better
getting all
back
this
there.
kind of
That's-
respect. Yeah.
I think it's just fool's gold, you know.
Well,
I think Belichick exposed them last year.
badly.
I think teams are going to look at that. No, we're better at tight end too. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, well, that just goes without saying.
I mean,
George makes every.
So,
we win
I
on that
think
category with every team in the league, including
you know,
the
if we
Kansas
stay
City
healthy,
Chiefs.
if we stay healthy, I don't think any other team. I predict we win the division, and we win our first playoff game at home in Levi Stadium against Dallas. Of course, that's my dream, but
It's just one thing. No matter, there's no playing with Dallas. Everything's serious. Even if it's an exhibition game, you don't let Dallas walk away with a win. I just
no, not if you're a 49er. No, they're right up there as one of the most hated teams we have. You know, you've got your division rivals, but Dallas outside the division, I think, is them. I think just slightly above the Raiders as far as the most hated for long-term 49er fans. I mean, that remember back in the day.
Yeah.
Like myself, I'm aging myself right now, Ronbo. But,
No, it's all true though. I mean, the Cowboys, and they've got 5 trophies. The next one who wins a trophy, the other one's got to hush until they catch up. And I don't ever want to have to hush to a Cowboy fan. So that's why you're right. It's serious. It's extremely serious. Oh my God.
But no, I don't think the Rams are even better than Seattle. Honestly,
and in fact, there's some question as to whether they may be better than the Cardinals. We don't know exactly what Kyler Murray is going to look like yet, and we don't need to jump to conclusions as to him being a failure.
Yeah, but a rookie quarterback with a rookie coach.
Yeah, I know you would expect it to be
perform
struggling.
exactly that well in college. What
Yeah,
makes you think he's going to come to the pros and just tear it up?
And tear it up. And they've got to install that program first too. And you're right; it's going to take at least 2 years
defense.
before they do. Yeah.
And Arizona will win some games just based on their defense. But
Yeah.
with Peterson out for 6 games, and Kyler Murray being a rookie quarterback, and you throw different defenses at him, I think he's going
God
to,
about that,
fail.
Phil. Peterson's not going to be available for 6 weeks.
He's their best defensive player. He's done. So,
well,
I just think that Arizona is probably going to be in the top 5 draft choices next year.
That's already been predicted too. I've read that somewhere. Cardinals will probably be picking somewhere between 3 and 5. Yeah. So.
My thing is, my biggest worry is our defensive backfield, right? Staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Having Verdette there. Akello stepping up. His ratings last year was horrible.
Yeah.
I think part of that's due to lack of pass rush, but part of it's due to miscommunication in the defensive backfield. I hope they get that settled.
Well, you got rid of Jeff Hafley, so that should help
Jimmy,
that a lot. Yeah.
I'm still with you on Jimmy Ward.
I'm telling you, I'm looking for him to be a
Tarski
breakout player of the year, Phil. Go ahead, Phil. But we got to go though.
Defensive player of the year.
Phil even took it to another level, and I was scared to take it to. Phil, we're going to be back Tuesday.
Some little Jimmy interception, touchdown Niners. I can see it.
People will be happy and probably a little upset at the same time, because then they got to say, "Oh man, don't tell me Ronbo's right." Woo! And Phil and all of the J-Dub bunch.
So anyway,
exactly.
I look at us winning the division. I think we've got the firepower. I think we've got the coach. You got to remember, the Rams coach was an underling under our coach.
I know. And he hasn't, and he's not been upgraded. I mean, he's not been updated as Kyle's latest stuff too. Phil, we're gonna go. I'll look for you Tuesday, okay?
All right, man.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
Take care. All right, later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. There's Phil. Yeah. Hell of it when he. The truth needs to be told. I am sick and tired of the Rams. The plan is for them to dominate? Dominate the West? Really? Can't stand it. Hey, Daniel! Hey, have you ever met any of your fans in person? Not yet, actually. Yeah. Family. I like to call them not fans. Family. Carlos Grajeda says, hey, but it's a Puro Wasco, it must be California. Puro Wasco, California, sup, not a fam. Puro Wasco translates to, I can't check that one out. Puro Wasco. I don't know all the Spanish names of every city. That's something I should look into, though. Or learn, should I say. Can it be a Californian and no Espanol? Come on, man. It's Cali. Run. All right. Daniel says Matthews has proven he can make big plays. Bourne hasn't. Daniel, I'm sorry, Daniel. Bourne made some big plays last year and the year before. He's made a number of big plays. See, this is what I'm saying. When people take shots at Bourne, they ignore every last accomplishment. He had more TDs in the red zone than anybody last year, Daddy-O. He's made some clutch catches in his first season with the Jimmy G. Don't tell me that he hasn't done anything, because that's not true. I mean, I'm not taking anything from Matthews, and I like Matthews, but don't tell me Bourne is useless and not doing anything. That would not be true. It just isn't. Michael Thomas says, what's up? I am more relaxed this season coming up, even if, heaven forbid, Jimmy G gets injured again. We should stop saying that, actually. I have a lot of faith with Nick Mullins, and our defense is, to me, in the right position. Yes! Go hard! What's up, fam? Oh, you know what it is. And bring in Lynn Wood. I knew as soon as we started talking about Dallas too much, Lynn Wood would come rolling up in here, especially when Phil says, if there's one team we don't lose to, we don't play with, there's no such thing as a friendly game with the Cowboys, preseason or otherwise. When you play the Cowboys, you play them to hurt them, maim, cripple, maybe even to coach. If he gets in the way, you just run him down.
Well, you hope he falls out on the sideline and a cleat catches him, but
Lynn Wood!
What's up, Mr. Ronbo?
Well, as you know, I'm tired, and sometimes I feel a little silly, but now I'm starting to feel well within my rights, is to think that the Rams have no business walking around getting all the respect they're getting about how they're supposed to just dominate and got a chokehold. I've already read things like chokehold and dominate and have no issue with keeping the NFC West. I said, wait a minute, y'all. Can we please examine this for a little further than that? Why are they going to dominate? Jared Goff already showed that he's not his franchise quarterback. He couldn't think on his feet in the Super Bowl without the help of his coach. We've seen him lose player after player after player after player that made a difference, and you're still telling me the Rams are going to dominate the West? What are you trying to say, the 49ers ain't did nothing yet? Oh, I can't stand it. Linwood, this is what it's bothering me.
I know. It is stressful. It's stressful, but you got to, you just got to block it all out.
I know.
Block it on, breathe, just block it all out, you know? It's like, wow, we've gained so many players, and we built up so many rookies, and they wouldn't try and buy a ring.
While he was doing that?
Couldn't even do that right.
Yep.
Yeah, couldn't even finish that out. Couldn't even finish that. Yeah. Couldn't even pull that off. They looked horrible in the Super Bowl.
I mean, didn't they? They were
horrible.
God.
I mean, look back even to what was it? Our third string quarterback, team banged up. Lots of them. We had half our team was on IR. December 30th. Yeah, we still put up 32 points on that shit.
I know, right?
So imagine what Jimmy G and the crew and all the new weapons we got is going to do.
And a better defense.
Especially when the defense is locking stuff down. I really think that we're going to have a top 10 defense.
Mm-hmm.
But
at this point,
a top 5 offense. I really think when everything gets to rolling, Mr. Kyle Shanahan is not settling no more than for 34 points per game. He wants to break what he did in Atlanta with 33 points a game on average.
You know?
He wants to put up 34 points, and you have to have a defense to do that. I think we're going to have a better defense than Atlanta did when he was in Atlanta.
That is so true, because they had a couple of rookies playing in their secondary that year.
Yeah.
There were some other youngsters in the wrong place on that field, which is what allowed the Patriots to come back in on them in the fourth quarter with just minutes to go. That's crazy.
Yeah, and not to mention a monster. Why do you think everybody's like, why did they go back and they let Mostert go out and test the waters, but they went in and said, nope, we're going to pay you. They want that gunner. Dude, he's going to be lighting people up on the 1 or 2 yard line for.
And look where they're coming
with
from.
Our new kicker.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
With our new kicker, Ronbo.
I love it.
Mostert's going to be lighting people up in the back. Oh, my. This is going to be special teams.
They'll give him that much time to get down the field because the hang time is crazy, Linwood. I mean,
I know. And you let
Mustwich puts that ball up there and it stays for a while. Woo!
And Mostert might have more touchdowns than offense, huh?
Hey, I wonder, is it possible if the guy coming downfield catches the ball and takes it away from the guy who's supposed the other guy's team? Now, I've never seen it done before. But what if Mostert raced down the field? That ball had so much hang time in it. He went down, snatched the pass, and ran to the other side. Would they blow a whistle on that, or would that be a touchdown 49ers?
That's a good question, Ronald.
Gotta look into
I think the opposing team has to touch it first, but just like an onside kick, the 10-yard bounce rule changes that a little bit, but they have to touch it first. But he'll be ready there to pop him. He'll be ready to pop him. And then just think about that, the big leg that he's got, the trick plays that they can do with that.
Yeah.
And then do the onside kicks. Oh, we're going to punt it up, boom, and then you do a little pooch kick, and you got most of it in there just gunning, bam, get the ball. And then if he gets the ball on a
but when there's going to be plays this year, because the fact is our kicker is not guaranteed to kick the ball. They're going to make the opposing defense is going to have to set up a whole new thing, especially offensive linemen on the other side, right? Because you don't know if Mitch is going to kick that ball or not. If he starts strolling around back there, running around because you know he can kick on the move and looking for an opening to run, that's going to screw people up. Yep. I can't wait to see this dude in action. Oh.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan is a mastermind. He's a mastermind. And the weapons, the stuff that he's put in there, James was commenting earlier about Hurd being a tight end. No, not even remotely close. He's going to use it exactly for what he is the best at. He has a running back ability, a monster of that at his size is ridiculous. And in hands, and he's learning to run. He's red zone. That's what he brought him in there for.
Yeah.
They're going to groom him up to be, they'll use him for other positions on the field, but he's red zone material, especially inside that 10-yard line. You imagine this guy's like, 6 foot, what is he, 6'3", 6'2", 6'3"? 6'4". Yeah. Fake the handoff, boom, go into the end zone or off the corner, or just run the ball. They don't know what's going to happen. So the defense is confused 24/7. Don't know who to protect, who to line, who to double team. Oh, my stars.
Kyle's got 4 or 5 dudes on the offense at all times with that kind of versatility.
Yeah.
This is Kyle Shanahan's building.
And everybody forgets about Kyle Juszczyk. You forget about him and all.
I keep forgetting you brought his name up. I just remembered we got juice too. All of that plus
you got the juice. You got this. There's so many weapons. It's unfair to the rest of the team.
It actually is. Formations
they have no
key.
clue what they're going to do.
Oh,
yeah. It's going to be a fun, exciting year.
And we can afford to actually see guys get injured. You know, we can actually lose, hopefully not for the whole season, but if a guy falls down, it won't leave such a vicious void as it has been the last 2 years. Let's say one of the running backs goes down, you have plenty of coverage for that. A wide receiver goes down, you got plenty of coverage for that.
We got more stallions in a stable in San Francisco than Busch and Budweiser beer.
Them high-stepping Clydesdales. Oh, man. Got them up and down that lineup.
Dude, we have so many. Oh man, all of them could be stars. Any one of them could be a star on any given day, from Breda to my stars, dude. It's ridiculous the running backs we got.
Linwood,
and then all the wide receivers.
What are you looking at as a record? Because I love when people ask me that question. I was a 10-6 guy, but I'm going to wait till after preseason. I can see inching up one more game in my mind, but I'm going to stay with 10-6 for now. But I'm telling you,
Linwood, mine was set at 11. And I'm like you. I want to make sure that everybody stays healthy till the first game. And once everybody gets to that first game, yeah, I might jump into 16. I don't know.
The bottom line, Linwood, no matter where you go, 10 is all that's acceptable from this team. That's too much firepower.
Yeah.
That defense is too good to be getting their butt kicked every week. I don't care what anybody says. All the people keep saying, man, you guys are expecting too much. No, you're expecting too little, okay? Look at the team and stop thinking on your own. Just look at the team, look at what they're capable of, and then go from there. Stop saying, we've been losing for 3 and 4. That doesn't mean that nothing can change. I hate people who think nothing can change. No matter what they do to the team, we ain't going to win. Man, you ain't ready yet, man. We ain't going to win no games. I am a Niner fan. Oh, I ain't a Niner fan?
Yeah, exactly.
I love getting, well, that argument gets on and on. I have those in private sometimes.
Exactly. Even if the defense is only slightly better, which is going to be leaps and bounds better, but even if it's only slightly better, that puts the ball back in the hands of Jimmy Garoppolo and Kyle Shanahan that much more times. Even slightly, they score 30 points. You're talking only one more score. And we were averaging 24-25 a game. You're talking only one more score, one more possession. So our defense is going to put the ball in their hand twice as much as they had it last year. So that's how I look at it. I mean, I'm just crunching numbers. This can be ridiculous. They not even account for the special teams when they score.
Oh. And like you said, Mitch Witch putting that ball in places where it's going to really make it difficult for the other team to work. I'm telling you, there's no reason to think the 49ers are going to be hapless this year. Linwood, we're having too much fun here, Linwood. We got to stop, man.
I know.
I'll slip for you Tuesday night.
We're juicing everybody up.
You know?
we're juicing everybody. Everybody's ready for us to punt the ball right now. Kick it off.
Oh, God. Oh, there's Linwood, you need to go. I see a Seahawks signals. He says, wait, can I see what he says here? When I want a shot to come in here and at least make an argument about this. All right? So Seahawks signals, man, go ahead, chat. There he is. Put the spotlight on him. And Linwood, I will see you Tuesday, okay?
Yes, sir, Ronbo. And you have a great night. Night Empire. Hit those likes, fam. Hit those likes. It's Ronbo Sports. Ronbo Sports.
Thanks, Linwood. Have a good night, fam.
Thank you for having me, fam. You have a great night.
And by the way, my man Linwood makes I want to also mention, you'll see Jerry Fresh, PHRESH. Jerry Fresh has a new page, talking nothing but that dude is talking 49ers like crazy. Hit him. Click his name. It'll take you right to his page. Jerry Fresh. My dude and yours. You've seen him. He's also told you how you can go ahead and call or go to the Ronbo Sports app, and you can also do what Jerry does. Leave a video of anything you want. We got one today. We got a little late. We'll get it up Tuesday, okay? Brian Culp says, you're right. The team needs to stay healthy. Please, Lord, please. Put on your 49er jersey this year. Help us out here. Oh, guys have got to stop going to the doctor. Emilio DeBrino says, I actually think Jalen Hurd might have more potential than Deebo, as Wes Welker mentioned. Deebo has the body of a running back, but his athleticism. Did you see Deebo? Emilio, check out. I got to find out. There's maybe Google Deebo Samuel going up for a slam dunk. Deebo goes up. Dude is on him. He goes up, and he's not that tall. Deebo was going up, and he kept on going up. The dude's hops are ridiculous. He leans back. The defender's starting to lose range. Wham! Flush that. Damn, Deebo ain't that big. Look at that. And as a matter of fact, there's Jerry Fresh now. Said, Faith, what's good? Alonzo McKinnon. Hey, Robert, what's your opinion on our white throwbacks? I like that uniform a lot, of course. We're gonna have it on certain games, but yeah, everybody's you gotta get yourself a white throwback jersey. Giovanni Diaz says, pray for our squad to stay off. I am, fam. Stay off the IR, Niners. Stay off the IR this year, and the rest will take care of itself. So true. Hashtag believe, hashtag this is the year. Swear to God, I'm still going away. We was an 8-8 team last year, fam, at minimum. Hey, 408 San Jose. Hello, San Jose. And you know, there's about 3 or 4 people with that same area code, so I don't know which one it is. We're so subject to change. 408 San Jose. Hello. Where you at, San Jose? Hello. 408. Do you know 408?
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, who is this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name?
Hey.
Sounds like Lewis.
Hey, this is Gio. No, this is my first-time caller, man.
Oh, Gio. Hey, Gio. Welcome on in, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Probably going to be pretty short here. It's pretty late. I'm over here on the East Coast right now. I've been wanting to call for a long time, but I haven't been able to.
All right.
But this is it's awesome to finally get in, man.
Great. Good to have you, too. What do you think of Gio?
I just wanted to touch up on the whole IR thing with the injuries. I know it's been a big conversation, nonstop conversation. You know, many Niner fans. You know, we've all been riding that boat, you know, for far too long.
Painful.
And just hoping, you know, we're praying that the team stays healthy, man. Honestly, I think if that happens, we're going to be in good shape.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Joe, you look at last year. Boom, we lose Jack McKinnon before game 1. Week 3, boom, we lose Jimmy G. Week few hours we could get it may not be related, but boom, we lose Ruben to stupidity. See, we can't have that along with everything else, right? And you know, it's just we had last year. We're looking at Sherman playing on one leg. He never admitted it, and he still did a good job. But he's out there on one leg and won't tell anybody. He's got 2 this year, Gio. Oh, I do like our chances.
Exactly, yeah. And you know, I know it's obviously the season hasn't started, and you know, a lot of the critics, you know, they're already bashing on the Niners. You know, the expectations not to be high. You know what? I think a lot of that is bogus. I'm no expert in football, but I know what I see. I know the players that we have. Yeah. They're definitely going to make an impact. Like I said, so long as, you know, we stay healthy, having Sherman back, you know, 100%, that's going to be a big deal. You cannot deny the fact that Bosa and D Ford are going to make a huge impact. Our D-line is going to be fierce this year. They're going to be fierce.
It's just too much.
You know, and I think absolutely, man. You know, so long as they, you know, and so long as they stay healthy, you know, they get that experience together. I see big things for us. You know, I'm optimistic. I can't wait for the season to start.
I know, right? Even preseason games, I just want to see what the youngsters look like that we got. You want to know what guys like Contavious Street look like? What do they bring to the table? You know, I already know what guys like Ronnie Blair III can do. I want to know if DJ Jones is going to be the guy. Are they going to keep Sheldon Day? There's so many questions to answer that have nothing to do with the first liners even. You know, that battle that's going to be raging between Kendrick Bourne and Jordan Matthews. Who's going to be the guy that comes on top? Is Kendrick up for the challenge? Is Jordan Matthews too much for him? You know, I mean, if they're going to put it between those 2 players, like a lot of us thinking, if you look at the first 5 guys that people have picked out, when you look at the fact that you know that it's going to be Kendrick, not Kendrick, but I mean it's going to be Dante Pettis. It's going to be, of course, Deebo Samuel and Jalen Hurd. They just got drafted. They're not going anywhere. Marquise Goodman, for the element he brings to Kyle Shanahan's offense, he's got to stay. Trent Taylor's now Mini-Me, Wes Welker's main student. And, of course, that's 5 guys, Gio. There's only maybe 1 spot left. Who gets it?
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. And, you know, the whole Kendrick talk, going back to, you know, a lot of callers have been chiming in on that. I think, personally, because Kendrick's been in the system for, you know, 2 years now.
Going into a 3rd season,
the progression cannot be ignored. I'm not saying he's the greatest, okay, but he has made progress. Yeah. And I do not see him or I'm sorry, I see him being on the squad come 2019 once season 1 hits. I think Kendrick will be there.
Yeah. It's and you the thing is, you look at the fact that Matthews has got some huge numbers behind him as far as his little time in, because Matthews has been hurt a lot, right? He's Jerry Rice's, I think he's Jerry Rice's nephew, right? There's a lot of pressure on this.
So.
What you gonna get out of Jerry's graces? Because Jerry's gonna come in and say something like, "Come on, man, y'all got rid of my nephew, man." I don't see where he was like, I'm worried about these kind of things. It's like you got a good friend, right? And maybe your boys or something got into one of his partners' face, and then somebody comes and say, "Man, what's going on with you, man, and your boys, man?" It's a scary situation, Dang.
Yes, this is true.
Anyway,
this is true, but yeah, we'll see how it plans out. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited just to be calling for the first time. I've been listening to your show for a while. I'm actually a Bay Area native. I don't know if you may have seen some of my comments here and there, but I'm from San Jose, but I'm actually living in Kentucky right now.
Oh, really?
And I'm going. Yeah, I know it's odd,
That's a big move in culture
story.
And everything. Right? Going from Canada to Kentucky.
Man.
How you adjusted to that? You like Kentucky?
I've been here for a couple of years. Yeah, I came out here for work. I don't want to get too far into it, but it's not bad. But what I did want to say while I'm on here is I will be going to that. I think it's game 2 versus Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's game 2. Yeah.
I will be. Yep, I will be at that game. So I may have to call in, man. And
yeah, you do. You do
during halftime or so.
Yeah, don't forget to let me know. It's Jigo. Remember we talked about I'm gonna be at the Cincinnati game, and we'll hook it all up. All right.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm looking forward to it. And again, Ronbo, thank you for everything that you do. I'm going to keep this as short as possible. It's been a pleasure. I'm a huge fan. The whole family follows you. Thank you for the platform, man. We really love you. We love the show. And yeah, let's go Niners. This is going to be the year.
Oh, I really appreciate that, fam. All right. And to tell you what, as I say, do not be a stranger between now and time for that Cincinnati game. Let's keep talking here. All right.
Will do, man. You have a great evening.
Thanks, Gio. You too.
All right, bye.
That's cool. And Chris Parker says, imagine the jumbo lineup with Tololo, Kittle, Hurd, Juice, Poindexter. And Chris, that's crazy. That's a lot of length. We went from the Smurfs to all of a sudden, I mean, that's a lot. We went from the Smurfs to the Transformers all in one night, all in one day. Anthony Robinson, what's happening? Ronbo, keep bringing the 49er gospel. Anthony, it's not only me, man. Everybody knows, man. We just uncovered the dirt here on the lies being told. Rams continue their stranglehold over the NFC West. What the hell are you talking about? How they gonna strangle anything? And my guy says red gold till I'm dead gold. Yeah. David Kudajar says, hey, Bowman retiring as a Niner is epic. Willis and Bowman were the best tandem ever. Glad I was able to experience it. Tell you, it'll be a long time before we see that kind of combo. But there's no way to know how long, It's not in camp now. Bowman and Willis were ridiculous. But, you got a good team, though. I mean, it'd been nice if Ruben would have stayed around because I don't know how his potential would have finally made him look like. But that boy had skills that we didn't get a chance to see. Daryl Hicks, some questions to be answered this season. Number one, is Shanahan a good coach or just a good offensive coordinator? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Shanahan's a kind of cerebral guy, though. If he continues as head coach, now he's already polished his skills. He's one of the best OCs, if not the best OC in the league. He probably wasn't the best OC in the league when he first started, right? So I figure with time, Shanahan's probably not going to be second to anybody as far as a coach. I see him. He's learned a lot. He's a smart guy, as I say. And whatever mistakes he's making as a head coach so far, he's learned from them. And more than likely, the thing with Shanahan is, can he OC and head coach? Now, that's a trick. OC is not a big deal for him. It's what he does. But a head coach has other responsibilities, and how well does he do with them? Well, this is yet to be proven. So we'll see this year. Hey, Clarence Molina says, shout out to Niners Empire in Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. Let us now go to Jimmy G's spokesperson, the man who tries to keep Jimmy G on the straight and narrow. We call him Tyler. Tyler!
Ronbo, my man.
Hey, Tyler. Well, Tyler, as you know, I'm a little upset and have been upset for weeks behind the assumption that the Rams and Seahawks are going to ensure that we stay in third place in the NFC West. I've had it. Kay was saying things that just set me off. I said, you know what? Thank you. Because somebody explain to me why the Rams are still going to hold down the West and the Seahawks, he's coming right behind them. Because they made the playoffs last year? Well, they both got thrown out of the playoffs last year. You know?
All they do is go off of last year. Yeah. They're going to do that every year.
Yeah.
So they have no real background to make that assessment because it's a different year.
Yes.
And that's what they're forgetting. They don't look at their roster top to down. But the thing is, it's tough to make these predictions anyways because of health concerns and things like that. So
all kind of factors. That's true. And they take place after the season starts. So these are just empty predictions.
Yep. So our players should be stronger this season anyway. So, I mean, even if it's not this year, the following year, that program for the weightlifting program, that's going to definitely be 100%. You know, they've been through it for a full season. So, like all the players being healthy will be able to go through it, or most of them.
Tyler, you make a good point. They haven't had the sports science team hasn't been there long enough yet to do their thing, right? Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, because we have so many guys that are injured in OTAs
already.
So it's kind of limited on what you can do with them.
Yeah,
you just work around the part that got hurt.
The point you're making though is that I like a lot is the fact that they've only been there for a little while. All their procedures and applications aren't going to take effect yet. They just got there. I forgot all about that. I was getting mad with the new sports science team because all the guys that are hurt. Well, you just straightened me out on that. I just realized they just got there. How can they have an immediate effect like that? They need some time.
Because the players were already hurt before they got there. So they kind of have to, when they're working them out with the guys that are injured, they got to work around their injuries.
Yeah.
So they got to be kind of careful with those guys.
Yeah. And they may have not got hurt in the first place if the guy's been there last year this time. And maybe this year they'd be a little stronger. Well, we'll see. There's got to be a lot of things that are done. Players got to learn a lot of new things, too. Some guys may have things that they shouldn't be eating and things like that as well, diet control. The training that you're talking about is going to be done differently to strengthen areas that maybe the other coaches and people they had didn't know anything about. So we got to wait for the program to settle in. That's a good point.
Yeah, and the way Richard Sherman was talking about Jimmy G in practice, it made it sound like he's looking better than he ever was.
I know, right?
Like he's like real tight windows. Obviously he's been doing that his whole career, but he's like really confident throws. And then he said if he had put the ball anywhere else, it's dangerous. But he put it right in the right place.
His accuracy is ahead of everybody else on the roster. That's why people understand Nick's okay. He's good. He's a good backup, but his accuracy compared to Jimmy's is it's about. I saw the percentages. It's way behind Jimmy.
And his speed to make decisions. You know?
Yeah. That's what makes a quarterback. See, like that. Jared Goff is a good example of that. Jared, without McVay telling him exactly what to do, he's not that quick, Tyler. He demonstrated that in the Super Bowl. He can't think on his own that quickly.
Yeah, because McVay's not going to know where. McVay got confused because the Patriots throwing him looks, and he's like, I don't know where you should go on this, dude.
Right?
And then he's like, thanks.
You're on your own, kid.
You know? He hears on the headset, he's like, oh gosh. The interception he threw in the Super Bowl was horrible.
I know.
So underthrown. Like they tried to throw a deep ball before it, and it was almost complete. And then they're like, okay, Goff's like, okay, let's do this again, and then it didn't work. It got picked off.
Well, Tyler, what was he looking at? He didn't see that wide receiver sitting there open the whole time anyway. Because what's his name had no business recovering from that far across the field to make that play. If he sees him sooner, that's an easy TD. That's hilarious. He blew it.
Yeah, and I was watching NFL Network, and it showed Super Bowl 50 over again with the Panthers and Broncos, and it showed Cam Newton. Obviously, this past season, Cam Newton had Norv Turner as offense coordinator, which is a very good offense coordinator, teaching him how to get the ball out quick and everything. But in the Super Bowl, he snapped that play that he got strip sacked for that touchdown. There was a running back running wide open right in front of him. And he didn't want to throw it. He didn't want to check it down.
And you know what, Tyler? We're going to have the same element this year. The Denver Broncos defense was terrorizing him. They were just beating him to death. I mean, Cam was crying later about referees just allowed him to do anything they wanted to. This is going to be the thing. You're going to see a lot of that this season with the 49ers. Quarterbacks are going to get scared to the point they're going to be, doing things like not going through the progressions properly, worried about their life rather than noticing guys that are running right by open. This is what happens to a quarterback who's intimidated. So I like this.
Yeah. And I can't be too excited about Bosa because I don't know if he's going to be out there every week. But the thing is, the D Ford edition, I love Bosa. I'm so excited, but I don't want to get my hopes up for everything because the history.
Well, he's a rookie. They always have problems in the first year, it seems. But go ahead.
Yeah, but anyways, our program should get him stronger next year anyway. But the thing is, he needs these NFL players. By the way, they need to start doing before games and everything. They need to do really, really deep stretches. Before practice, they need really deep stretches. You can't be pulling hamstrings, man. It just means you're not loosened up.
That's
and then,
if I was a coach, they'd hate me. I'd be on their ass about that every game. Guys, I want to look over and I want to see guys putting in a minimum of 30 minutes of stretching. What? 30 minutes, guys? And if you don't do it, I'm going to add another 15. Let's go. I'd be awful. God.
Yeah. And then the thing is, just the D Ford edition alone without Bosa, man, it's going to take pressure. It's going to take you can't double team him and Buckner.
I know.
That's the key element right there. You're going to if you have Bosa on another edge, that makes it even worse. But you can't with D Ford and Buckner, you can't double team both. And guess what? You can't go one-on-one with them.
No.
If you go one-on-one with them, you're getting torched.
They're going to take you.
So either way, offenses are screwed, even if Bosa ain't out there.
Yeah. And Bosa and D Ford are going to be switching every now and then too. Oh yeah.
Solomon, switching. He's getting after Russell Wilson. Oh, he's in the middle, man. That's where he's supposed to be.
Yeah. And that push up the middle. And again, like you say, Tyler, you start committing too many players just to take care of DeForest Buckner. Please do. Please do.
Yeah, the D Ford's going to go kill your guy.
Oh, whoever's next to Buck's going to kill, too. And if it's Eric Armstead, with that pressure coming from the outside, that's a lot of speed and heat coming at that quarterback.
Dude, you know what?
Can't wait.
You know what? Rams fans were coming at us when Jimmy G got hurt last year.
Yeah.
Look what happened to you. You don't, first of all, I don't care who you are. You don't laugh at injuries. But you know what? I hope that we just kill Jared Goff this year. I want us to hurt him so bad that the Rams fans we can run our mouths at the Rams fans because they're, man.
I'll be watching the Rams and Hawks like I do every week during the season. First I watch the 49er game, then I watch the replay of the Hawks and the Rams. Every week I was doing that. And I just wanted to see where they are because they're our division guys. I just want to see where they are. This year it's going to be more of a pleasure to watch Jared Goff back there freaking out than it is anything else I could think of other than Russell Wilson getting a little older now.
It'd be funny. What if our division gets easier? What if it happens where, everybody, watches the tape really closely in the Super Bowl, the whole league? Mm-hmm. They figure out how to beat the Rams, and then the Rams go 3-13. and then Goff freaks out to the pressure.
Traded.
Goff freaks out against the pressure. They had to put Blake Bortles in. And then, it's the end of the world then.
Tyler, we got to stop. We'll see it
That
Tuesday.
Would never happen. But the thing is, it'd be funny if they got mediocre and went 6-10 because everybody figures out how to play them.
Oh, really? Seriously, if the Rams win 10 games this year, I'm really going to be surprised. I don't see it. I mean, I really don't.
Yeah, it's a Super Bowl hangover,
that many people. And right, losing the Super Bowl like that in embarrassing fashion. And everybody
Plus,
knows them now because
their
they're on the stage.
DBs are
Everybody
getting
see
old,
them.
man.
Ah.
The DBs are getting old. They got no linebackers. You know, their D-line isn't even as great as everybody thinks it is. They just got Aaron Donald. I mean,
Got Aaron Donald, Blockers. They
that'd
got
be silly. I
Fowler's
don't
on
think
the
their
edge.
defense. Their defense ain't going to be that good. They got one linebacker, one pass rusher, and an old corner, and a corner who bites for the big play.
Kyle
Kyle
can exploit that kind of defense.
We're going to light them up on offense.
We just got to.
Our defense has got to take care of them, and I think our pass rush is going to freak off out. Like I said, you can't double team. You can't double team all three of those guys, or at least both of them. You know, like you got Bosa, Ford, and Buckner. You have to double team one of them. Even when Bosa ain't on there, you got to double team one of those guys. It's going to let the other one free rush against one defender or one offensive lineman.
Well, and that's what they're basically counting on too.
Buckner said you can't guard him one-on-one. So
I love the way he's got that written on his book. I love it. All right, Tyler, let me see you Tuesday, fam. I mean, we're gonna take tomorrow night off to watch to see what happens with the Warriors and get back in here Tuesday. All right.
Yep. Buckner said I can't be blocked, and he put that in his book.
I love that.
And then, all right. Anyway, Niner Empire, Nine for life. Jimmy G, stay away from the hose. Forever faithful. Jimmy G, stay out of L.A.
Tyler.
Where them hoes are.
Yeah. There's some good girls in L.A. Come on now. Tyler's out. Hey, Daniel, that's it. 49ers fan 5249. Rams continue their stranglehold on their own necks. 3 points in the Super Bowl, and the hangover lingers. Niners going to take some shears to that Ram butt. If I hear about how the Rams are going to dominate the West again, I think I'm going to lose my mind. Watch a Ram fan come in there. All right, Ronbo, Rams are going to own your butt again, and I'll lose my mind. Paul Salvi says we'll take the NFC West. Rams aren't the same, and we have a better roster than the Sea Chickens. See, that's not delusional to say that. These are you go down and go man for man on each one of these rosters. Which one does look the best? It ain't the Rams, and it is not the Hawks. So now why do we have to kowtow to that team? Chad Garrison says Deebo will be the better receiver out of him and Hurd, but don't be shocked if Matthews has a better season than both of them. Real talk. And I got nothing against, I hope if Matthews has that good of a season, that means we're winning, and that's all that's important. We're speculations now, our friendly speculations. We're wondering, and everybody's got their own idea what's going to happen. Tasman Sacktie says, I'm really not worried about Wilson this year. We have far too many legit rushers now for him to run on us. We got rushers on the left and right, and we got rushers down the middle. Russie's getting to the point now he'd better stop running before he finally gets his little butt hurt. Now, see, and I figure with the run game he's got, Pete Carroll's probably going to say, listen, Russ, let's get rid of that ball. There are times I don't mind if you throw it into the stands. If you're not in the field, we've got a huge problem. Who is the backup quarterback? It's some comedy guy, again, for the Seahawks that you look forward to coming in the game. I forgot who it is. Chad, help me out with that. Who's the backup quarterback in Seattle? They just signed him recently, I think. Daniel Andre says, when Chris Sims says, take the brakes off the 49ers this year, we're going to the playoffs, baby. I know, because Chris Sims is a good friend with Kyle Shanahan, and he probably won't say anything bad, but he's trying to keep it honest. Hey, Demetrius, come on in, fam. Demetrius, oh, Demetrius. Demetrius! South and East Coast, Demetrius may have fell out. Yeah, he may have passed out. All right. But anyway, fam, I surely appreciate you tonight. Let me get this off my chest, man. After Kay went out there and said what she said, I was so delighted. Harold! Harold! Harold, this ain't Monday night. Harold, you coming down to the tarmac? Harold!
What's up, Ronbo?
Harold, as you know, man, I've been mad as hell for months and trying to keep it on the low and trying not to overreact. But as I said, I'm watching Kay Adams on GMFB, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, good. I'm not crazy. I knew I was right on this. What? How come the Rams are supposed to just hold the whole division down and lost all of it? And what is with the Seahawks, supposedly, other than in the mind of Nate Burleson, supposed to continue to dominate and the team most ready and capable of beating the Rams? What? We don't exist? We did nothing to improve? Ah! I ain't going for it. So, I'm just feeling so good. Somebody said something in a position where they could say something and be heard. Ho!
Yeah, man. I appreciate what Kay Adams says. And, did you see the look on Nate Burleson's face when she was saying that?
He was sick, wasn't he? I think he wanted to get up and walk out the room. Boy, I'd say his lips got closed together, tight jaw muscles start flexing.
Looking down at his papers and all that stuff, he knew he was mad, man.
It's like K went off script.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll let him hate. I ain't worried about him.
But
yeah, man, I'm glad somebody's giving us is realizing what we're doing out here.
Is worth something.
Showing us some love. Yeah, man, because just like you, man, I'm tired of hearing about the Rams and Todd Gurney, and I don't want to hear.
That's a good one. I can't laugh at a man with arthritis, so I kind of feel sorry for him. But it is what it is. When he came out of college, that knee was damaged. Apparently, arthritis came on. How long has Gurney been in the league?
I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years, something like that, maybe?
Yeah, it seems like arthritic conditions set in kind of quickly. So I feel sorry for him. But he ain't going to be the same Todd Gurley.
I do feel like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I do feel like it came out of nowhere because I didn't hear anything about him. Then he just wasn't playing,
Yeah. And they wouldn't tell us what was wrong because they were scared we'd find out that we could take advantage of him, I guess. Or every team for that matter. So, yeah. So he ain't going to be the bell cow no more. They made the announcement now and they said Todd Gurley's going to take a little load off him, take a little bit off his plate. I mean, he'll be out there, so don't y'all get too happy about it, but he is not going to be the guy. I would not have told anybody. The Rams organization is kind of stupid, I mean, they always have been. Same old sorry-ass Rams. Why would you tell people that? All right. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. But as far as these weapons go that Shanahan has, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I want to see what my boy McKinnon is going to look like coming off of his knee.
Same
I hope he can return to form, and he can, he still have that same quickness and explosiveness. And if he does, man, I think he'll be even more successful with us than he was in Minnesota, man.
Oh, no doubt.
Shanahan's going to have that playbook for him. You know what I'm saying? He's going to put him in great positions to be successful. So I hope he can come back round in form, So, and then Trent Taylor too, man. I hope his back is right because
sounds like it is.
He's that real. Yeah, I hope it is, man, because he's that real third down threat, man. And he might be our best third down guy out there, man. Because on those short routes, those quick routes, he's that
open.
Wes Welker type, man.
He's open.
Right
now.
He's gonna get it. And Jimmy G has trusted him. Yeah. Those first when Jimmy G first came out here, they were kind of playing backyard football out there sometimes,
They had to.
Coming up with stuff on the run, and they had that connection right there. So I'd like to see those two on the offense, see how they come back from their injuries, man.
And see, in Kyle Shanahan's offense, this is why Trent Taylor, Marquise Goodwin, these guys define what Kyle likes to do. They are open quickly. They're quick and they're to the spots. Jimmy throws these guys open. It's easy because when he throws that ball, they're going to be there, right? And it's like Trent was like the best guy in the league on that slant route. That's only going to improve.
Oh, yeah.
And with Welker, it goes to the next level, Harold. But we're going to see some things this year we ain't going to believe. I already know it. Oh, I know it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, man. And then my boy Deebo, he's gonna take them slants and quick routes. He can take them to the house. You know what I'm saying?
But Deebo could be placed all over the field. That's the nice thing. You can put him in a slant. You can put him in a slot. You can put him outside. Wherever Deebo's put, Deebo's gonna do some damage. We got such the list goes. Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, man. And you know what's crazy is I'm fine with. I mean, I think we're 7 receivers deep right now. I don't know how many we're gonna keep. I don't know how many we're gonna keep, but
that's worrisome, ain't it?
even if we keep 6, you know, I would be comfortable with all 6 of them guys starting. And what that means is when we rotate guys, man, we're still going to be bringing the heat. There's no letdown. There's no breaks, man. We're still going to be moving the ball. Everybody is still a threat on the field, man. You know,
Harold, even with 7, even if they kept all 7 guys that are in play,
oh yeah,
it would still be
that's what I'm saying.
Heat. God.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we're 7 guys. Yeah, we're 7 guys deep on that receiving core, man, and maybe probably 4 running backs deep.
No doubt. Most had already proved last year running behind big Mike Blaglincia all the way down the field for a touchdown. And you notice how he started hitting that hole in the last few weeks when he got his chance? Mostert was the real deal. I'm going to tell you, and I try to not say this too often because I don't make anybody mad. Do you know that Mostert outplayed? He outplayed Matty B twice. Now, Matty B was hurt.
Yeah.
So but look at that. And Matty B, as I say, that's my number one dude. If I was running a film for a classroom of young players that wanted to learn how to run the zone stretch, Matty B would be that'd be my dude. Boy, I'd put him up there in a heartbeat. Man, that dude could run that stretch. So,
yeah, I think.
And McKinnon
he had
and
a higher.
Coleman, man, oh my Lord, we may have the best running back room in the league, Harold. It ain't just red and gold glasses.
I think we do, man.
Yeah.
I think we do, man. And I'd like to see them I'd like to see multiple running backs out on the field at the same time, man. You know, whether they're both in the backfield or one's in the backfield and one's out on the sideline where the wide receivers go. You know, we're gonna create some matchup problems, man. That's what we're gonna have every down. We're gonna have matchup problems all over the field, man. Defenses are gonna have come up with some crazy formations to try to match up against us. You know what I'm saying?
And there's too many options. There's only 11 guys on the side of the field.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do. They can hope and pray they make the right move.
Man.
But Shannon's only going to see that, and he's going to go opposed to what their strength is in the defense on every play. 21 personnel is going to have a new name next year. I mean, it's going to be defined totally different than it has been in the past. Oh, I can't wait to get this underway.
Oh, yeah.
Harold,
we can go from...
We're getting ready to close up here quick. It's getting really late. Well, listen, Carol, man, let's see you Tuesday night if you get some time, huh?
Yes, sir. I'll be here for the Tuesday night Raw.
Yeah. All right, Harold.
All right, man.
Have a great night, fam.
All right, man. Later.
Yeah. Let's go back and see. Demetrius is with us now. Hey, Demetrius. Yeah, D-Man checked out, and he's in dreamland now watching the 49ers score. Hey, Lewis!
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Lewis, man.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing?
Oh, doing great, man. You know, as I say, as the truth has been told on Good Morning Football, because I was thinking for a minute, am I being biased? Am I seeing the world through red and gold glasses? Am I confused? Is the 49ers really that far behind the Hawks and the Rams? I don't see it. Maybe, okay, all right, I'll look into it further. And then I already made up my mind, Lewis. I said, that's BS, man. The Rams ain't as tough as they were last year. And the Hawks lost some more guys, and they got away last year. I don't know. I still don't know how, but they had the best run game in the league. Okay, that did it. And they had Doug Baldwin to clean that up. You know, I mean, but this year, Lewis, man for man roster, I'm sorry. The 49ers ain't behind any one of the teams in the NFC West. Not one team, Lewis. That's what I'm talking about. We got just got a chance to win the NFC West as any team. Nate Burleson still said, well, it comes down to maturity and time together. They ain't been together long enough. Oh, Nate, come on, man. What are the Hawks like the first time they won the championship? They hadn't been together for years. Okay, Lewis, go ahead, man. I'm getting all worked up. Lewis, go ahead, man. I get pissed about this.
You're completely right, Ronbo. I mean, let me know when Nate Burleson ever had a 1,000-yard season, and that's when he could be able to talk about the other team. All right? That happens. I ain't trying to hear anything. No, but, Ronbo, I mean, everybody's just, I don't know. I would get the point that they're coming from is obviously they're trying to say, I need to see it, so I can believe it.
I understand that. That's true. Yeah.
I mean, but again, though, like, it's all going to go back to this every time. Losing a starting quarterback is just so hard to overcome in this league. It really is. And like I said, the only team that I've seen never do it in my lifetime, at least, of me being Eagles. 23 and living on this earth, is the Eagles. I've only seen the Eagles do it.
Still don't believe that.
They were able to. Yeah, they were actually able to overcome, and Nick Foles, took them to the promised land. But I've never seen any other team ever do it in the history of the NFL. At least I'm saying I haven't seen. Maybe some other teams did back in the past, like in the 70s, 80s.
Lewis, no. It's never happened, man. When your first-string quarterback goes down,
it's never happened. A backup quarterback comes in mid-season and wins the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, that's never happened.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty positive too. I don't think it's ever happened.
And Nick Foles outplayed Carson Wentz, so that's never happened for sure. So,
right. But either way, Ronbo, back to the point at hand, it's pretty much just saying, like, even if it's been a couple times, it's I'm saying it's only a small margin of time that's actually ever happened in the history of the game. So not giving us not even a fair shake of the Niners can't even hold a candlelight to the Rams or Seattle. I just don't think it's fair. If you look, like you said, if you look at roster to roster, man to man, you break it down completely. We have a better D line than I would say both of those. Well, you're like
exactly right now.
We do
absolutely.
Because if you look at it, maybe we don't have the star play. Well, we definitely have a better D line than Seattle. I don't know. I mean, where they're going to find their pass rush? They just let go of Frank Clark, so that's on them. But for the Rams, I mean, you can only say, Aaron Donald. I mean, Tremaine Brockers, he's nowhere near Bosa. Bosa hasn't even played in the NFL, and I already think he's better. But either way, Buckner or D Ford, Brockers not better, and I don't think what's that kid?
They got Fowler. They kept Fowler.
Got the Jags. Flowers. Yeah, Flowers. I don't think he's better than anybody we got. The only person that really carries that entire D line is Donald, and they lost Suh. So right there, if you already take it the front four, we haven't beat both times, right? Then you want to go ahead and go to the linebacking corps. We have a way better linebacker corps than Rams. Rams don't have anybody. We don't even know who they have. They lost Ogletree. They cut Mark Barron, so they don't have anybody. So just by default, we went on that note. As far as Seattle, they have Bobby Wagner, but I feel like we have a little bit better depth in Warner and Quan Alexander because I don't know if they're going to bring back who's the outside linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks?
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to think of, and I couldn't think of his name.
KJ Wright.
KJ Wright. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to bring back KJ Wright anyways, or if they did, I haven't heard any talks. I know he's like really up there in age, and he was playing hurt last year, so I don't know. Bobby Wagner. So depth-wise, I would say Niners, again, for both. I mean, they only have Bobby. Other than that, we haven't beat on, the Will, Sam, not the Mike, but, again, I would say the Niners. And then you go to DBs for the Rams. I think the Rams have probably the best because they re-signed Peters and they still have Talib. So I think the Rams got us beat.
They already signed Peters? I was wondering. I hadn't heard anything about it. They did sign him then, huh?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I know that Peters is still on the roster. I don't know if they resigned him, but I thought his contract was ended. Yeah. That's why the Chiefs traded him.
This is his year.
But I haven't heard of him leaving, so I think he's with them still.
Okay. But go ahead. Continue the comparisons.
Assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, so defensive backs, I'd say the Niners are second. I don't know anybody for Seattle. I mean, can you name one? Bagley McDougal, but I think he's a safety. And then the twin brother of the brother, I forgot his name.
Yeah,
the guy who has one arm, I forgot.
I don't.
Anyway, but his brother's
talking
a safety. But the Sherman, I think Sherman's better than whoever Seattle's throwing out there, and they lost ET. So defensive backs, I'll give it to us. Even if we had Jimmy Ward on the field, I'll still give it to us because I don't know who they're going to have out there for safety help. They lost ET, so right, and they don't have Cam anymore, so that DB is depleted. But I would give it to. But damn, see the thing is, the DB is kind of tricky. I think they might be all even because Rams don't have LaMarcus Joyner. They don't have anybody. And if you want to say they have Peters, but we could be like, well, we have Sherman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And even you say Talib.
So it's kind of like I want to say it's even actually all the way around.
You know what? Verrett is
wise,
better
unless I'm forgetting somebody.
Lewis, do it this way. Make a comparison between Talib and Sherman, and look at Verrett and Peters. Verrett, if he doesn't get hurt, I'm sorry, Peters can't beat him. He's not better. If you put Antonio Brown and Peters on the same field, Antonio Brown will light Peters up all day long. He won't light Verrett
Ronbo,
up.
I completely forgot about Jason Verrett. Oh my God.
He's got to stay healthy.
I think if we have a healthy Jason Verrett, I think we might actually have a better DB or at least a better cornerback. I wouldn't say we have better safeties, but then we got Jaquasi coming back too. So it's kind of like I don't know. That was really hard to talk about as far as
secondary.
Both DBs, but I want to say I say we're all fairly even. So Niners take 2 out of 3 on defense, right? Better D-line, and I say we have more better depth at linebacker now, even though we lost Foster, but we signed Quan and we got Wagner was probably one of the best outside linebackers for the rookies, or he played Mike, but yeah, one of the best linebackers for the rookies. I think the only person ahead of him was the one who won Defensive Rookie of the Year, the kid from the Colts. So anyways, you go to offense, running back depth. I'm telling you. I mean, I guess you would give it to the Rams because Todd Gurley, but hey, that the thing in his knee.
Yeah.
That's something that stays forever.
Yeah, Gurley's going to be no longer the top dog as far as running backs. Saquon takes over next year.
I don't think so. Yeah, I really don't, Ronbo. I think the best thing that they'll do for him is they'll play him 8 games and then they'll rest him 8 games, or play him 10 games and rest him 6.
We'll play him sparingly.
I'm telling Mama, I'm not playing because maybe they want to get him healthy for the playoffs, so he's not out the Super Bowl, which is the only game that matters. But you're sidelined for majority of. To me, that doesn't make any sense. But obviously, that knee is really messed up. Seattle, I would say, but I say we have a better running back group though. In whole, they have better one-player running backs because
Carson.
I'm not Thomas Rawls, but Carson, Chris Carson's pretty good.
Yeah, I got respect for that dude.
He runs really hard.
That's a bad man.
Yeah, I got to give respect. Yeah, undrafted free agent. Yeah, he's a boss. But anyways, I say depth-wise, I would go running backs Niners because you got more majority weapons that can catch out of backfield. I don't think either one of those guys.
Versatility on running backs, exactly. No one-dimensional running back in our field, exactly.
Right, and then so quarterback, you go quarterback. Obviously, it's Russell, then Jimmy, then Goff. Goff has proven that he's a schematic quarterback. He can't, provide. Well, he is because when Gurley's out, that offense doesn't move.
I'm saying Goff does his best football on a play action. If you don't have a run game, you ain't got no play action. So now you got to depend on Goff out there to play a quarterback like a franchise quarterback
that's the thing,
would.
Like if the run game's not there for us, we can count on Jimmy to make at least some key throws. Goff can't do that. He's literally a schematic quarterback. Like if the play breaks down or the scheme's not working, he's gonna disappear. That's exactly what happened in the Super Bowl. That's just a fact. Like I'm not talking bad about the guy. Just look at the big games. He's disappeared because the scheme hasn't been there.
And things have to be right in place. You're right. Things have to be right in place for him to exceed. I love it. Lewis, we got to go. I tell you what,
and then
go ahead, make that last point.
Oh no, go ahead, Ronbo.
No, I was just saying we got to go.
No, but I'm just saying, like, to talk about the Niners like that, to me, that's just disrespectful. But
it's wrong.
Again, I feel like the Niners are tired of being little brothers or whatever people think that we are in the NFC West, and I think it's time we're going to show face and ready to be like, nah. I mean, with all the stuff we've acquired over the offseason, getting everybody back healthy, Jimmy's going to be back in the back in the offense. We're ready. It's game time, man.
And in fact, Lewis, I hope they continue to disrespect the 49ers and please continue to call them a third-place team at best. That's got to ring loud in that locker room. I love it. Do it. It makes you work harder and practice every day. Sick of that, man. And it's not true, which makes it even more irritating. So, Lewis, I'll tell you what. Let's see what develops between now and Tuesday. I'll look for you then, huh?
All right, Ronbo. See you Tuesday, man. Take it easy,
man.
brother.
You too.
All right.
Yeah, my man Lewis. Chris Barker says, hey, Tololo got the best pass blocking grade in 2018 with an 87.0. And that's going to work huge in his favor. Kyle loves that. Because, the run game, we got to have it. Tololo, it would make sense, too. Tololo's a huge man. Can you imagine? Here you come running to make a play. All of a sudden, somebody's elbows are underneath your chin. Because he's got to bend over a long way to get you, right? Debbie Ryan, Russie will be on the run the whole game. We will play the Hawks. Run, Russie, run. Bam! Don't hurt him, no, man, because I like Sierra. Don't hurt her little husband. Just take him down. Don't have to be gentle, but take him down. He can take it. Daniel Andres, without Gurley, the Rams' offense is trash. See, everybody knows this. Jared Goff is going to get crunched by Ford, Bosa, and Buckner. Anybody else that wants a piece of him, boy, there's going to be some availability to get that boy. Daniel Andres also goes on to say 49ers running backs can line up in the backfield and as wide receivers. And 49ers wide receivers can line up at wide receiver in the backfield. Pick your freaking poison. And here's the thing. I can line up guys like, talk about running, the players that confuse. You line up, let's go ahead and put Tevin Coleman. They'll probably suspect Coleman, though. You go ahead and line up Coleman on one of the wide receivers position, put him on the edge out there, and let's do an in-around sweep. You talk about, and now you've got, usually that's done for like Marquise Goodwin, guys like that, but then you bring Coleman around there, or Jerick McKinnon on that sweep, and now it takes on a whole new look because this guy knows how to run with the ball, make cuts, and do different things. Kyle's options are endless with this assembly of talent. Mind Virus says, I think Tololo makes the team. He is a beast at blocking and is solid in the red zone. Selleck might get cut due to his concussions. And Mind Virus, you bring that up, and that's a good point because Tololo may have been brought over especially for this reason, not only because of Selleck's concussions, but the fact is you save a lot of money because Tololo's probably not going to get paid as much as Selleck. And so you save money, and you might be getting a guy that's every bit as efficient and maybe a little bit better in the red zone. But Selleck is really a brilliant guy. A lot of what Selleck does is through his own brilliance, which is why Kyle likes it. You know how Kyle is. Brilliance is something that attracts him. It's probably sexy to him. 007, come on in, man.
Yo, what's up?
007 just cursing the fact that the 49ers it's been said the 49ers are going to fall behind both the Rams and the Hawks to hold on to third place for the second year in a row. Makes no difference what they did. They still suck compared to the mighty Rams and the omnipotent Hawks. And that is such a crock of crap. I'm sick of listening to it. That is not true. They don't show me anything to get excited about. And we watch that exodus from both teams leave, and you're going to tell me those guys don't make any difference? I'm not going for it. But what are you thinking on this 007?
I mean, the Niners haven't been division champs in a while, so a lot of people aren't going to give the Niners the benefit of the doubt, especially, when we're losing quarterbacks and running backs and when we have fucking Jimmy Ward who can't.
You just had to take a shot at my boy, did you? It's all good. I got a lot of faith in him. I'm going to be able to huff and puff about week 4 or 5. But go ahead.
No, but there are a lot of people that I hear that say the Niners are, have the chance to win the division this year. So the Niners, it's one of those things where you either think the Niners are just not there, or you think the Niners are one of the – because last year everybody was on the 49ers hype train. Everybody. It was national news.
That's because in
It was
2017 they had momentum coming into last year, and boy, that quickly got exposed.
Yeah.
Should I say
we got it. We had injuries. We had injury problems, but I think people with all the injuries, they want to be able to see, some action first before they start getting on the. They don't want to hang their hats on that same claim as they did last year. But the team, as a lot of people have said, is looking really good at most positions. Like I said, it's just about staying healthy. The only thing that concerns me is that we still have the tendency sometimes. Well, fucking sometimes. Like our philosophy on talent acquisition, we don't place a lot of emphasis on past injuries, which me personally, I would, and that's my style. I'd be like, no, like this guy gets injured too much, or he's coming off the ACL. No, I'm not going to sign him to a big money deal. I'm going to get somebody else who's not coming off a big injury. You know what I mean? But let's see how it works out. I'm not in favor of it. This last draft that we had, I think is really good. I think they've learned from some of their past mistakes. I think one of the examples I can use for the talent acquisition that is a black eye to John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, one of the biggest ones that doesn't get brought up a lot, was his name Joe Williams? What was that running back's name that we drafted in the third, fourth round?
Last year was Joe Williams, exactly.
Joe Williams. Kyle Shanahan banged on the table for the guy. That guy was off of some team's board. He was like, I can't go to sleep at night if we don't get this guy in the third or fourth round. He could change my running game. Guy never even saw. That guy was the A.J. Jenkins of running back and never even started a game.
You know, though, did you see Joe's film at Utah? I didn't know that he had fumbling issues, but my God, he can run, though. He really could. I see where the attraction or the mistake was made, though, even though he didn't pan out. But, yeah, Joe can, he could really, I don't know. We have players with personal issues and family disasters and things that really, I think, weighs heavy on them because they don't look like they do after these things take place. You look at Solomon Thomas. Is he ready to play? Because as he looked last year, I know he can play better than that. We've seen him play better than that. So, and last year coming on toward the end of the season, he wasn't looking bad. So I'm thinking Solomon Thomas could shock us this year and be one of those candidates for comeback player of the year. We'll see.
I think the thing with Solomon Thomas, I think that concerns me a little bit is besides the personal issues, is his body type. He has short arms. He's a little bit of a shorter guy, a little bit of a lighter guy. It's just I hate tweeners. I hate tweener players because it's like you don't know where to put them. I like players who have played in a position for a long time that know the basics of the position, and I like when they fit the profile of what that position should, with the athletic traits like the height, the weight, the speed, the instincts. That's what I look for over highlights, because highlights in college can be misleading because you're playing against competition that's not up to par sometimes, or you're playing against guys who will never even sniff an NFL field. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. And more often than not, it's been proven to be exactly accurate. If he didn't look like he should probably fit the NFL profile, he's probably not going to succeed. But there's been so many stories that wasn't the case. I mean, you look at some of the guys that played for the Hawks. I mean, have you ever looked at Bennett, Michael Bennett?
Yeah, Michael Bennett. Yeah.
Have you ever seen any cuts on Michael Bennett's body as far as musculature?
No, he's not the biggest guy, no.
And he doesn't look strong at all. But there are some guys that just have football in them. I mean, it's kind of tough. You don't always have to apply that. So I think NBC Sports, Mike Florio did a thing on some of the worst-looking bodies in football that became Hall of Famers, like that running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, there's been several.
The fridge?
Yeah. Here's another refrigerator pairing. There's been a lot of players that look like crap and had great careers. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Now that you bring that up, I'm going to try to think of a Niner with a terrible body who was a great player. Let's see, anyone that comes to mind off the bat. I don't know. I think of one.
I can't really think of any.
I can't really. All of our guys are pretty shredded.
Yeah. Except for maybe recently.
I know.
Trent Brown.
The one player that I kind of think, I think he has to. Michael Crabtree. Michael Crabtree wasn't that big. I mean, he was kind of soft, actually. You look at Crabtree, like
he did look soft, didn't he?
He was pudgy. No, like, I'm not saying that he wasn't strong. He had big arms, but I've seen him in interviews, and I've seen him on. He was a little pudgy. This guy, he is a little fatso.
He's not the kind of guy. He's that guy. Well, during weight training, he's over in the corner on his phone, and all of a sudden, I can stop here. I'll be right. I'll be right there. Hey, Mike, man, you go lift anything? I gotta go. I'll be back. Yeah. All right. See.
Yeah, that was pudgy.
He was always hurt too. Until he left.
Always hurt, Always hurt. Oh, my God. I remember Michael Crabtree when he came in as a rookie, though. I don't know if anyone else remembers, but I remember watching him as a rookie, and he was balling. But he held out. He held out for like 5 or 6 games. But when he came in, holy
He made a difference.
crap.
Yeah.
No, he made a huge that rookie season, after that rookie season, I was like, holy shit, Michael Crabtree's going to be huge.
Yeah. And he was for a long stretch. And then he finally got hurt and was out. And then there was a problem. But anyway.
Offensive system. We weren't really a pass-happy offense for a long time, so he didn't really get too many targets. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have anybody else to support him, because he was more of a possession route runner. He wasn't a guy that took off the top off the defenses, and we didn't have another guy that would take attention off. Only other dude was Vernon Davis.
Yeah, and you know, when he's at that position, you should not have him taking on. Vernon Davis is supposed to be in doing blocks. He's supposed to, that's not supposed to be the guy that takes the top off anyway. 007, we got to go though. Let's see you Tuesday if you get some time. And we're not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to wait.
Yeah, it's great. Perfect timing. I'm actually about to watch this documentary here. It's called the personification of disappointment.
The 49ers story. The 2015 to 2015 to 2018. God.
No, that's it's about a real guy. It's about this dude who used to play in the NFL. Man, Jimmy Ward.
Get out, 007. I'll see you Tuesday. Black people are taking shots at my boy Dub. It's just not right. And then I had to read Big Show's. Big Show! Thanks for the contribution, fam. He says, Rams are all but rebuilding. They just don't know it yet. Losing key players, etc. Cardinals are the new team with no chemistry we've just added, you know? And I'm concerned about the Cardinals' future. Right now, they got to install their program. They got to get some things established. So there's no real reason right now to be really concerned about the Cardinals just yet. But look down the line, you got about 2 years before the Cardinals become an issue. Russell Wilson is going to lose his thunder within the next 2 years. So you figure we lose Wilson as far as him being dangerous. Wilson thinks he's going to play longer than Tom Brady, though. He's already talked about that. But Russ, unless you guys start getting some higher draft picks, keep doing them 9, 10s, and 8s and stuff and get them mid-round picks. Hey, since day one, come on in, fam. You since day one.
What's up, family? How you doing?
Hey, there it is. So, day one, man. I'm just sitting back here raking over the coals about who's behind the Hawks and the Rams. Also, and we hadn't talked about it much tonight, but the offensive line, one of the things that everybody's worried about is the offensive line. But Joe Staley says not to worry. We're comfortable with each other more than we were last year, and it takes a little time for us to build that continuity. And Jalen Hurd and Deebo Samuel, according to Gil Brandt, NFL Network, will gain 1,000 yards between them, just those two. So what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I think our offensive line is underrated. I mean, we broke down a few times, but that's going to happen. against all-pro defensive linemen, against studs. That's bound to happen. You know, you're not going to win every play all day, every day. You know, like, but for the most part, I think we held it down on a lot of games. I've seen Nick Mullins and Better. There's a lot of plays, multiple plays where they had a lot of time. And
didn't know where to put the ball.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. They had a lot of time, and that's because we had good offense. I've seen it myself during plays, and I've seen them dancing around back there and everything, taking selfies. Like, shit, man, they got all day.
Taking selfies, I like that.
That's you feel me? Hey,
that's how much time they was taking. I know, I get it.
We gotta watch out for Jimmy G out there, so he's not having too much time because he's gonna start. You know, but besides that, they had a lot of time. A lot of plays, but I think they just get in. Since our record doesn't show it, stuff like that, they look for things to blame it on, you know, and they just, you know. But I think we're underrated on the O line because we were 7th in the league in rushing.
Were we that high? I know we were up there. Yeah,
we were high. We're high 7th in the league in rushing. That shows how physical they were. And I'm not sure about the passing, but I know they were, I think, 7th in the league in rushing. I'm not sure exactly, but I remember, I think it was during some point of the season. I don't know where we finished, but I remember seeing that up there. Yeah, I think we're gonna be good right there. I know we are.
Yeah,
because they're
I feel it.
They're only gonna get better. Persons is tough as rocks. Daly's gonna do what he's gonna do.
And McGlinchey won't be a rookie anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, McGlinchey, he's a beast, man. That dude, oh, man, I think we hit that. Anytime we pick an O-line,
Sister, when you remember last year, though? Remember when Khalil Mack, McGlinchey was working him? And so he said, forget this, I'm going to go to the other side. He went in there and Joe Staley threw him down in the dirt.
Yeah, he clocked out. He clocked out. I'm done with this side.
I was surprised.
We are not an effective team no more. So he told me we're not effective over here on this side, sir. We need to switch strategies.
Yeah.
Go over here at the OG. Go to the OG, and that shit didn't work. I mean, everybody's expecting the Bears to do good this year, like playoffs mandatory.
I know, right?
Super Bowl and we put up a good game against them. We almost beat them.
Yeah.
And people, you don't understand these games we were in, like. Because they don't see the games like we do, and they just go off of our record. But man, we were in so many games. We fought with different quarterbacks, you know, and Nate Burleson talking about
God.
Remember when he was a few weeks ago or a month ago? I don't remember. But he was like, yeah, you got to take the big brother out back, you know.
Yeah.
And we did that with our third-string quarterback.
I tweeted him and said, Nate, did you forget the Rams? I mean, the Hawks lost to the 49ers in game 2? He didn't answer me. Better not answer.
Hey,
Nate.
Did you forget? Hey, he probably, you know, when you see some shit on your phone, you're like, oh, you just put your phone down and walk away. That's what happened.
Yeah, I know.
He's like,
Kid, the truth hurt him.
Shit.
You know, be talking that mess.
Like, come on, like they completely ignored the fact that we already beat them with our backup quarterback. Come on. It's over for the Seahawks. We got their number already. We got blood. We tasted their blood already. It's a wrap.
It's like sharks in the water.
Do it that wasn't even our number one squad. Ronbo, like we whipped that ass with our backups. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Imagine when we're fully healthy.
And ran coast to coast on a run back for 6. You know, they're just not that's not the Hawks anymore that we used to know and love. You know, this is why I'm saying Nate Burleson needs to stop lying, be objective, and do his damn job. Yeah, you know, this is not good morning. Good morning, Seahawks fans. It's good morning football, Nate. Hang.
Hey, when they're schooling them about the Niners, old girl was schooling them, and then he's all looking down and everything. He was about to take an early lunch. He's like,
He got his dig in, though. He came in next. When he came in a few minutes later and says, I'm going to tell you
he could have let it go, huh?
No, he couldn't let it go. He sat there and ruminated and came up with, and did you check him out looking at the camera? I don't know what's going on in San Francisco, man. They talk about hate. I ain't got no hate for the. I'm just y'all ain't did nothing.
Hey,
I wanted if I could have punched
time.
through the screen, I'd have hit him right in the face. I was so mad.
Hey, Bravo, that's not even the first time he said that. He stays on guard. Like, he's so defensive when it comes to Niners. And a couple months ago, he said it too. He's like, I don't know why all the Niners say I'll be hating and this and that. And Peter Schrager was just looking at him like,
you brought it on yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
So he said, ain't nobody said nothing. Like, dude, chill. You're giving your hot take, whatever. And he keeps on defending himself. Like, when you're guilty, you got no choice. And this is the second time already.
If we beat the Hawks in the first, when we beat the Hawks in the first meeting, we got to all remember, go to Nate Burleson's Twitter and tweet his ass and just we'll tag team on him all night. He gonna be.
I want to see his face. Ronbo, if we beat them the first matchup, it's over, because that's 2 in a row already. We whooped them at the end of last year. We whooped them already. The last, it's over for them.
We got to beat them at the clink.
They got to make a statement. They have something to prove, and because it's personal when it's in the division, it's personal. Always. And they're mad. They're like, fuck, man, we got beat by this team. Like, fuck, with the record. And that says a lot, because they were one of our stepping stools. We used them, and now if we go in there and we beat them again the next time, that we got the number. We got
and the Hawks needed that game too. They would have. They would.
Yeah.
They would have been 11-5 last year, and maybe did they get a bye in the playoffs? Or how did it work? Anyway, we poured rain on their parade, fam.
Yeah, we spoiled their party. I love those games. We spoiled their party. We did it to Tennessee. We did it to Jacksonville. We did it to Seahawks. And those are the best games, Ronbo. Hey, I like what you said earlier. You said that jumbo lineup. What are they going to do, Ronbo, when we're in the red zone? They got Tululu and a tight end set. George Kittle, nothing to him, but I'm talking about the jumbo lineup. We got Tululu. We got Caden Smith on the other tight end set. We got Jalen Hurd next to him. And we got Jordan Matthews on the other side.
That's a lot of long.
Oh, man. And like you said, we went to Transformers overnight. Like,
Smurfs versus the Transformers, yeah.
And when I thought about this lineup that they're gonna have Deebo on the outside with Marcus Goodwin on the other side running the jet sweep with a shotgun. They're in the shotgun setup. It's a shotgun with the 2-back setup. They got Tevin Coleman next to one on the left side, Jalen Hurd on the right side, and they're in the jet sweep. What are they gonna do?
All three of them got their ability to receive, and all three of them can run. Zone. Yes. Fam, we gotta go. Man. I'll tell you what. I'll look for you Tuesday, huh? If you get some time, get on in here. Be looking for you.
Hey, appreciate it. You showing love tomorrow. Go Dubs. You know what I'm saying? Dub Nation, Dub City, stand up, represent. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it. And regardless what happens. Show some love, but it's going to be a big night. The whole world's going to be watching.
I know.
Appreciate you, Ronbo.
Appreciate you, fam.
Empire.
Yeah.
Empire, stand up. Stay safe out there.
Night, fam. Yeah, that's good. The Faithful Empire. Okay, you know what? I saw that article. Not only SportsCenter, but ESPN did the same thing. The ESPN analyst said it's the worst offensive line. He compared it really trash. So has a full article on our garbage O-line. But as I say, there's some things that have to be taken in consideration, starting with the quarterback. It has been said that Tom Brady has not had an awesome offensive line each and every year. He's had one or two guys here and there that were all-pro or Pro Bowlers. It is quarterback play that made the offensive line look good in 2017 at the end. Jimmy Garoppolo was getting rid of that ball at an incredible rate, throwing the ball off of one leg for accuracy. The offensive line was horrid that year. And look what happened. 28 last year, they had a rookie on the right side. Michael McGlinchey did a good job. But you've seen nothing yet from Mike McGlinchey. Mike Person is serviceable. Not great, but serviceable. Weston Richburg was torn apart. I don't know when they killed him, but Weston Richburg was done early in the season due to all those injuries. You can't play without a center. The entire offensive line is going to be affected. Laken Tomlinson's a better protector, I understand, than he is a run blocker, but they'll work on that. And these are things that, and Joe Staley, and there's nothing to say about Joe Staley, but the thing is, continuity is built through time. It doesn't happen. A lot of teams that are always crying about their offensive line and bringing in new people all the time, they'll always be sorry because the offensive line will never gel. Offensive lines take a little longer than other teams. None of the 49ers, probably that offensive line, there's no real bad football player, but there's guys that need time to work together. Joe says they're already starting to feel more comfortable with each other. That speaks volumes for where they're going. I don't think Joe's going to say that unless he means it, unless he just loves his guys so much. Could be, but we'll see the difference this year, and we should see it, especially in the run game. It takes time to develop those things, and it's tough to make it happen in 16 weeks. So we're going to get more of those articles, but know this, Jimmy G is going to make any offensive line, like Brady, look better than it probably should. Serge G, what's up? How about them Niners? Roguish D. I don't see Jordan Matthews as a 49er. Kendrick Bourne is a true Niner. We'll see. Jordan Kelly, who is winning week 1? Don't we start this on the road against everybody's favorite guy, Winston? I got to feel up the Uber driver, Jameson. I know I should have did that. Anyway, Jameis Winston, I mean, I don't know. I think the 49ers can handle the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road. We owe them from last year. Anyway, we should have. If Ruben wouldn't have lost his mind on the road, I think we might have competed a lot better than we did. So I'll take the 49ers in game 1. Silvio here says, Kendrick Bourne is a dog. He is my start over Matthews, and he's going to be the number 3 receiver. Whoa, yeah. That's putting him up there. Mike the dog, oh my God, game 3, Steelers at home, please, oh please. There's a typo there, something. Maybe it says fire that ass, fire, kick. Anyway, Mike, I got your point. Steelers, I can't wait to see what the Steelers look like this year. Well, you'll notice from game 1 what to expect from them in game 3. Roethlisberger is still going to be legendary, Hall of Famer that he is. That team losing Shazier and now losing Brown. Can Juju carry him on offense, or can we contain him? I don't see Juju. And Verrett looks up and sees, hey, y'all, where's Antonio? Juju, you the man, Juju? Let's go, man. Come on, man. We can do this. Come on. Come on, man. Don't disrespect. I ain't saying nothing, man. I was just looking for Antonio because I thought y'all still had Antonio Brown. I was all ready for him because, me and Antonio, we got a thing going on. Then Juju, I don't think Juju can beat us. I really don't. Well, you know what? Let's see what else, because Roethlisberger put the ball in places. His weaponry is Roethlisberger can put that ball in places that nobody else can. He is that good, though. That's going to be a good game. Gibster, I'm not on the KB train. He ran the wrong route on the last catch. Kittle had against the Broncos and was the reason why Kittle didn't break the record on that play because he had a defender in space. Gibson, I don't remember that play. I remember Kendrick had one time during the course of the season he ran the wrong route, and that was against Detroit. He didn't do that with Mullins. Gibson, I don't think that's accurate. All right, you know what? Give me I need proof of that. That's not accurate. Kendrick had one time during the season where he did that, and it was early on. He didn't do that anymore the rest of the season because he was scared too. Anyway, Demetrius, the Sky ID. Yeah, let's let Demetrius sleep for tonight. He's done. Because he's 3 times. He's probably asleep. Hey, Sheik!
Ronbo! What's going on, fam? How you doing?
Sheik, man, I'm just sitting back here, and as I was saying, I was feeling alleviated of pain, of thinking I might be wrong on overestimating the 49ers versus the Rams and Hawks. And then I heard somebody else say that. I just needed somebody within the NFL network, because, between us, we support each other's biases about our team. So I know you'll agree with me, and most of us who love the 49ers, we're all going to agree on that. 95% of us. There's still the pessimists out there that think the 49ers are going to lose for the rest of our natural lives. But there are those who do believe in the 49ers, and we think that they can do what they can do, right? So I kept saying, am I wrong on this? Are the Rams really still that strong? Really? I don't see it. And the Hawks, they lose one more player and they're going to the lottery. So I'm glad to hear it. Man.
The thing, you're not wrong, Ronbo, because I agree with you 100%, because the thing is, Ronbo, is like, the film is on the table for everybody's eyes to see. The Super Bowl, when they shut them out, when they took out Gurley, their weapon, their guy, now his career is in jeopardy.
Seriously.
You got to think, other than Gurley, what did they have? They had Cooper Kupp, but he's a good wide receiver, but the thing is, Gurley was their horse.
That's how they got that.
Donald on the defensive line.
Yeah.
And they're old, Rombo, on both sides. Their old O-line is old. They have two corners or head cases. One is in maybe a couple of years. Maybe Talib is going to be gone. Peters is a head case. He's probably going to be making issues. And like you have Clay Matthews and Weddle. Like man, they're in the outs, Rombo. And the thing is, the Super Bowl curse is a real thing.
Deal. It really is.
So,
especially when you lose in that fashion, that means everything goes down. It's like letting the air out of a balloon.
And look at the Raiders. Look at what happened when they got
they look like trash. And Carr's back. That year he gave the excuse when Carr was out. He's been back for how many years? So yeah.
And the thing in the Super Bowl, and that time when Tampa Bay and the Raiders went at it, the only person that got in is a Niner Raiders. He's not a Raider. Don't think he's one of your Hall of Famers. I'm sick of that, by the way, Rombo. They've been saying, oh yeah, he's a Hall of Famer for us. Stop it.
Yeah.
The only person that got you that touchdown was our guy, the GOAT, Jerry Rice.
Exactly. And he wasn't crazy about going over there. The 49ers didn't have any room for him. So, man.
Yeah. But back to what you were saying, Rombo, like there's a lot of pieces in those teams. They lost, like Seattle, for example. They lost Frank Clark. They lost, what's his name? Oh, my God, there's another name.
The wide receiver.
They lost.
Doug Baldwin.
Well, Doug Baldwin. Yeah, he's been a thorn in our ass for a long time.
Every time.
And now he's gone.
Yeah. They still got that other kid, Tyler
Lockett.
Yeah.
Lockett.
Lockett was making a play. I mean, it's like you could take that money to the bank that he'd make one play against the 49ers each and every game. Well, he did in that game. We beat him. And Baldwin was, I guess, hurting, so he wasn't able to do it either. That shows you right there. Unless they have everybody out there, they become vulnerable to a lot of teams, including us.
Yeah.
Third-string quarterback out there. Nick Mullins is out there tearing them up. I love it. Dante Pettis walking in the end zone all day.
There you go.
Oh, man.
So the thing is, just say those names. Like, Dante Pettis, we'll say even Mullins, but he's not our quarterback. He's our backup. Youth, Rombo. Youth. What does Seattle and the Rams have?
Coming up.
They go for the veterans. Veterans are at the end of their careers. They pick up those guys. They didn't even pick up a youth guy that is going to make a difference.
That's all they can afford. They're too low down in the
Goofy.
draft.
Yeah, and Goofy is not going. He got broken down. The film is going to be exploded. I promise you. And I hope Rudy's listening, by the way.
Rudy doesn't have anything to say anymore.
Goofy, hey, Rudy, you ghost. Hey, knock on. Rudy, Goof is going to suck this year, all right? He's not going to do good because you don't have no Gurley. When that's your weapon, he's going to be done. So,
and his confidence has got to be shot. Things like that will work on you. He'll think about this for the rest of his life. He may come back and try to redeem himself, but can he?
Yeah, it's not. He can't. The thing is, that kind of injury, Ronbo, it's going to be very difficult.
Gurley,
and a person like that, Gurley, he's not going to. But Goofy is not pretty. He's not like a Tom Brady. He's not an Aaron Rodgers. And look at Aaron Rodgers, for example. He doesn't have these weapons. He's trying, but he can't have a winning record. Look at Kirk Cousins, paid big bucks, and he has all.
You know what? He needs to be placed under arrest. So, Cousins just robbed. I mean, that was grand theft larceny. What he did to the Minnesota Vikings. But they say it's not his fault. His offensive line, his offensive line was bad. But Kirk's got all the receivers in the world out there. He's got thick. He's got all kinds. What is the problem? Kirk, get rid of the ball.
And let's go, I'm going to go right to the 49ers. Look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He had, people in the beginning, everybody was on you about the wide receiver core. He made it work. He gave us a winning team in the last year and a half, I guess, because he played 5 games. He did what he did, and with those kind of players, we competed. And when Jimmy Garoppolo having these weapons and having a Kittle grown and become a Pro Bowl or freaking the best tight end in the league coming up, and McGlinchey and Staley in this group now, man.
And maybe a healthy Weston Richburg.
NFC West, watch out.
Because a lot of people don't know, Weston Richburg is actually a good player when he's not out there looking like a lady that just got beat up. I'll tell you something else, Sheik. How many points did we lose to the Minnesota Vikings by? Something like 6 or 7, right?
What was it, like 7, 8?
How many points did we leave on the table? Between Garcon dropping that touchdown, George Kittle, that one got away from him. You got, what's our running back's name that we had last year that's not going to be with us this year? His arms were sweating. His arms are sweating. He's fumbling on the 1 yard line. The 49ers left 21 points on the board.
Yeah.
See, we got to catch the ball this year, too. So, Garcon is one of the guys that never makes those kind of misses. For some reason, he had to do it. That neck might have been bothering him worse. George Kittle has gotten to the point now you don't have to worry about him missing anything else again. So I like the 49ers as far as potency goes this year a lot. So
exactly, and the thing, Ronbo, is the guys that people that call in saying that Kenneth Bourne's not going to make it, Matthews might not make it, Richard James, Taylor. Those 4 guys are on the hot seat. Maybe there's several of them that might not make it, but the key thing is special team that will make you make that spot in this team. If you could do multiple things, you will make, like Richie James, he's going up there because he has the opportunity. Matthews is a red zone threat. He could be helping out in the wide receiver corps. Kenneth Bourne, he might have sorry, Dre, you're my boy. But, he did have 4 touchdowns and 400 yards.
487.
But he missed the things that I noticed, Rombo, is his routes, and he's missed routes. That affect me. But the thing is, it is still early. We're going to find out in the preseason who's worthy of making this team. And we want the best. We don't want no guys who are going to miss these cues and have these issues. I don't care who it is. But
do you remember 2 times last year that Kenneth Bourne was accused of missing or running the wrong route? I do remember 1 time, but that was while Jimmy G was on the field, which is very...
Jimmy G,
Yeah, Gibson says there's an interview where KB admits he ran the wrong route on the play, and there was an extra defender that stopped Kittle. The only time I seen him miss on a wrong route ran, and I got to see this interview. Give me the link, Gibster. Was that play that Jimmy threw that INT, and he ran the wrong route on that day. But Kendrick Bourne constantly missing routes. This is news to me. Anyway, I'll see if he's got a link.
I've seen a couple of times, but everybody miss routes. Nobody's perfect. But the thing is, Rombo, if you're gonna make a team and you make an effort, make a statement in this team, and you're gonna be gloating, because honestly, I watch them on Instagram. I'm fine with you want to have the best life, but the thing is, go show some Instagrams that you're working out, doing something other than partying. Kenneth Bourne is pissing me off about that. I'll be honest.
Who was that? Was that Is that Adrian Colbert? I think Adrian Colbert likes to abuse Bourne's Instagram, and maybe for the same reasons you're mentioning. Remember that show that Kendrick was looking over his shoulder? Yeah, that's right. And if you don't believe me, man, you'll check out my Instagram. He's over there now. Salvador says, yes, Ronbo.
I know he's hanging out with Deebo as well,
game.
Ronbo. That's another thing. So him and Kendrick Bourne have been hanging out. I'm not against having to, enjoy life and this and that, but like, it's the season. Build that, total package and make this team. I feel Kendrick Bourne is trying to do it, and he's showing he's like Wes Welker. He's getting on his ass a little bit about certain things, and he's trying to make him
them
a
shirts
good player.
rolled up to his chest. That's what's really pissing Welker off the most.
Yeah, he's pissing him off. But yeah, Ronbo.
Hey. Baby,
but,
show. Look at this. See, I always do that to you, Sheik, because she can show my lips to me. Sheik.
Big Show.
See, let me go,
Shout
man.
out to the Big Show.
Sheik, appreciate your fam.
We'll
be back Tuesday after we watch the Warriors stop Toronto's surge. I don't know what the Raptors are so far out of line, but anyway, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
And the key thing is, Ronbo, and that just let you know, all the people that are against the Warriors, health is the key to make a championship. And that's
they
what
have
the
an excuse already.
Think. Look at the Warriors. Look what happened to them. Health is the key
Good
thing.
point. Good connection. You got to have your players out there. You cannot get mad at the entire organization if the players aren't on the field. Anyway,
Anyway, Rob, shout out to Nighthawk fans. Shout out to all the callers in the chat room. Facebook, hit that like for Ronbo Sports. Share. Follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. He's in all platforms.
Thanks, Sheik.
We all love you, Ronbo.
Love you back, too, Sheik. Thanks, fam. I'll see you Tuesday.
See you Tuesday, brother.
Yo. Yeah, Sal, see, I remember that, Sal. And I remember him saying he screwed up in that Lions game. I do not remember anything going. And George Kittle didn't make that record because Kyle took him out. Huh? Yeah, that's what I just went over. Jay Good says, Kendrick Bourne ran the wrong route against the Vikings and made Jimmy throw a pick? That was Kendrick Bourne in that game? Okay, that's a first. You're right. I do remember it now. That was one. And the second time was against the Lions. So that means there was a third time? I don't know about that because the reason George didn't get that record is because Kyle forgot to put him back in the game. And Shanahan said to him later on, he said, this is my fault. It really was my fault. I just, Shanahan admitted, but I don't remember Kendrick doing anything wrong in that game. But, I could be wrong. I don't know. Let's see where we at. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got an interview where he admits he ran the wrong route on that play and there was an extra defender that stopped Kittle. Because from what I remember, nobody could stop Kittle in that game. They just stopped going to him in the second half. Rico, 49ers Styles. I love tuning in because this live show really makes my nights. I absolutely love my Niner news and just talking about our Niners. Let's go, Niner Empire. Puerto Rican Niner Empire. All the chapters. Yes. Man, I got my Rican buddies, boy. I tell you, man, I got so many. Hey, Brunel Jacobs, will you do a season prediction video? Oh, yeah, we're going to get carried away with that as we get towards the season. And you know this. We come in and start shouting and talking crazy. Jeff Tarrant, did you hear about Contavia Street working out under the pool? Oh, scared me. Contavia Street working out under the pool doing bench. I gotta say, I saw Contavious doing water workouts. He's running in the pool. But when you get underwater and start doing a bench press, that's unprecedented. I gotta see that. Contavious working out under the pool doing bench press and running with a couple of Raiders in Oakland. Wait a minute. Oh, working out with the Raiders in Oakland. Well, football players are football players. I mean, they can like each other. We just when it comes game time, though, I ain't trying like no Raiders. Chris Barker, so many formations we can use for this firepower we have under Kyle. The possibilities are actually infinity, especially when you have Kyle Shanahan's mind. The players got to work hard to keep up with Kyle Shanahan in that aspect of the game because Kyle's going to come up with new plans every day. It's going to blow their minds. And they're going to be sitting there looking at it saying, damn, coach, I got this. I'm seeing X, Y. This move here, this move here. All I got to do is time that just right. Coach, pure genius. Can we go do this? It's 9 o'clock at night. I don't care. Somebody got to come on. Let's go do it. I can just see it. The enthusiasm with the 49ers players has got to be crazy. Jordan Kelly's Bourne is good, just not good enough to be a Niner this season. Bourne is easier, better than Ellington and Patton or any of those busts. They were on the 49ers for years. We shall see. Myron Virus says we should redshirt Jalen Hurd this year. Whoa. Opens up a wide receiver spot. Let's Hurd get to learn one position and be solid at it. And lets him heal up a little further, too. He probably just really hate that, though. You know, he's a rookie, got drafted that early in the draft. He wants to play. He doesn't want to. That would really piss him off. Voice of the voiceless. We will have the most intimidating and physical defense in the league. Niner Nation, stand up. RK Belmont. Hey, Ronbo will be in Kendrick Bourne's discussions for the next 2 months. He will. I like Kendrick. He may have made some mistakes, but I figure he's learned from, he doesn't have to continue to make those same mistakes. Understanding that a lot of mistakes are being made out there by a lot of the 49ers installing Kyle's program. And this could be coming down to a thing of football IQ. Kendrick may not be comprehending everything, and he should probably ask questions on if he is making these kind of mistakes. I do not remember anything I do remember that that was Kendrick on that play in Minnesota, I guess. It made that INT. But Kendrick was responsible for 2 INTs on Garoppolo. That was him in that mini game, and I know somebody did do that. And I know Kendrick in the Lions game for sure. But we'll see. All right. Wait, I did that. Okay, Go Hard. There he is. Hey, Go Hard says KB just needed to mature so we can focus on the game. I think this year will be his breakout year. He has incredible yards after the catchability. See, this is what I'm saying too. You cannot attach a player, especially a young player. Now, if he's older, you cannot attach a young player to every mistake they make and decide that play defines them. That's learning experiences for players in their first 2 and 3 seasons. It doesn't mean that it has to continue. So I'm not going to hold him responsible. If he doesn't continue to do it, it gets to be, But, Clarence Molina says, Welcome will make all the receivers better. Welcome will also make the PR and KR game better as well. Yeah, because he was good at that, too. Alexi Beltran. Hey, what to do, big heart? Hey, Alexi, what's up, fam? And Daniel said, I know that Bourne definitely has the potential to be a superstar. He's got the thumbs up. See, I wouldn't even go that far. I do like Kendrick, though, for what he brings to the table, and his potential, I think, is really off the hook. Peter Gorman said, I think Hurd's going to run some, too. Yeah. I wonder if Kyle's had that discussion with him and says, well, you know, every now and then we might place you in a position where you might want to run the ball. Coach. I left Tennessee just because I thought I had a better shot at Baylor. I'll run the ball, do anything you want me to play special teams, I'll do anything you want to do. I understand George Kittle's record-breaking season made Kendrick Bourne relieved. Okay, here's the story then. George Kittle breaking the single-season record for receiving yards by tight ends was a remarkable achievement for him and the entire 49ers offense, but it also had an added bonus. It lifted a weight off teammate Kendrick Bourne's shoulders. Both 49ers pass catchers detailed a play in the second half of Week 14 when Bourne's mistake prevented Kittle from breaking the record. Shanahan took a bit of the heat for not getting Kittle the ball after he racked up 210 yards in the first half against the Broncos after being shut out in the second half. Kittle fell 5 yards short of breaking the single-game record by receiving yards by a tight end that has been. We're kind of both right then. I said it's because Kyle Shanahan had the entire second half to get those 5 yards. They don't outline or detail exactly what. Oh, wait a minute. The ball sailed over Kittle's outstretched arms, but the tight end didn't get a good look at it because Broncos safety Justin Simmons was right in front of him. If Bourne ran the wrong route, it allowed the safety to go there to double up on Kittle on a crossing route. Wait a second. Wait, don't move it. There was an intent to Kittle to the ball at least once on a play with 5:30 left in the third quarter. Quarterback Nick Mullins threw a short pass intended to Kittle with a run of a crossing route. Wait, here we go. He was supposed to run a go ball because then it pulls a corner. I see. So Kendrick was supposed to run a go ball because then it pulls a corner in the safety, and Kittle explained. Instead, he ran 5 yards, stopped, and looked, and I ran into quadruple coverage. Okay. Remember one thing, though. I understand that Salvador said that Dante Pettis had a similar issue. One thing we got to realize is Kyle Shanahan's offense is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. So if it takes a while for him to learn from these goofy mistakes, yeah, it's going to be the way it is. It's not going to matter who you bring in. Jordan Matthews probably have more mistakes than Kendrick actually at this point. Why? Because he's got to go where Kendrick's just already been. So, that's probably not going to be what decides who they keep between the two. Well, I don't know what they're going to use for criteria to decide between the two, actually. That's yet to be seen, so we'll see. Do we do something like I said? Say we're going to keep more wide receivers and running backs and go with just enough tight ends. We have Hurd and Juice that can run. Oh, see? God, man, I don't know. My guy may have nailed it. We got an army of guys that could actually. Wow, that's right. Hurd. You got Juice, and if you go ahead and you hold on to Jordan, of course, you got lots of big guys out there. You want your tight end though for blocking purposes because usually the tight end's got more mass than your wide receiver too. And Kyle's offense blocking is so important for that tight end. My guy, excellent point. Jordan Kelly, Ronbo, he says this is totally random, but isn't it funny how Joshua Garnett kept a single season sack record away from Aaron Donald? Oh! Hey! See, this is what I keep alluding toward. I do want to see Joshua Garnett, because the 49ers have already put that little thing like they did to Laken Tomlinson last year. We are not picking up Laken Tomlinson's contract under no circumstances. Laken Tomlinson comes in, the hell you ain't. And he did a job, right? And then Joshua Garnett gets the same. What's going to happen? Because, fam, between you and me, I like Person. He's a hard ass. He's not going to get hurt. Even if he does, it doesn't matter to him. This dude will play with a broken arm, broke leg. It doesn't matter if he can move. He's going to play. Josh Garnett, on the other hand, if he even gets his hair cut wrong, he's not going to play. So there you go. Between the two, what are you going to do? Garnett's got the most talent between the two. Chris Parker died 49ers fan here since 1982. Win, lose, or tie, 9 until I die. If you can ball, Niners give you the call. I like that. Chris! Voice of the voices, I believe our receivers will be just fine. Wes Welker's a great teacher. Yeah, they're already getting. You hear him when he's mic'd up. All he's talking about is what good job certain guys doing. Michael Thomas believes people need to chill on players' dropped passes as young. I see what I'm saying. You can't judge youngsters on every mistake they make, not this early. For those of us that remember Rice and Owens in their early careers, both of them dropped a lot of passes. Yeah, this is the way it works. You got to learn a few things in the NFL. Gibson says the all-time Niner team is legit. Rice, Owens, Moss at wide receiver, then Gore and Craig at running back. Kittle, Jones, and Davis at tight end. Oh, my Lord. We agree on that, Gibson. And Daniel, let's say 49 fan 5249. What's up? One day closer to opening day. Oh, yay. See what I did there? I knew nice. I was doing. Fam, okay, tomorrow we take a break. It's gotten very serious in the NBA Finals. We're going to go ahead and watch the return of Kevin Durant. Can they stop a team that's hell-bent on taking that fourth game and getting done with the Warriors, this could be interesting. I'll see you Tuesday. Have a great night. And fam, please, don't forget to hit that like. You know I love likes. Before we do a little wedding. Niners!